you want gifted memberships, you have to do something to open it. Somehow mine got open. I don't even know it was open.
Now when he goes on everybody's.
Now I can't. Now when I'm doing research, I don't really listen anymore. I don't listen anymore to people because it's over and over, same thing. I listen to OJ in the morning. You know what I mean? I'll listen to Bobby Fran. I'm getting my mind out of this until I work.
OJ and Bobby Fran, two good choices.
Yeah, they're just good people, and
Chris Abels.
We'll
catch up. We catch up on those.
Sequence has started. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We have commit and we have liftoff at 2:13. The Saturn V building up to 7.6 million pounds of thrust, and it is clear.
Raw power. Your bike can have the cycle sound with raw power. It fits on most handlebars and makes the sound of raw power. Raw power, the motorcycle sound from Ideal.
As you can see, I'm cutting it up right now. And my onions.
You ain't cutting shit.
I did it. It did it really fast.
That's fucking CGI bullshit.
And I'm going to bring them over. I'm not going to use these.
Somebody said you're watching McMillan and Wife on TV.
I'm not watching McMillan and Wife.
What a Bobby Fran. What a bull.
Yeah. You leave them there. I'm going to put them into, follow me. Let's put them into a hot pan. See? Oh, isn't that sizzle?
Hey, you say you're getting tired of lettuce and tomato hamburgers that don't quite make it? Yeah! Then look at McDonald's new McDLT. I'm talking quarter pound of beef on the hot side. The new McDLT. Hot. Crisp lettuce and tomato on the cool side. The new McDLT. Cool crisp. The beef stays hot. The cool stays crisp. Put it together, you can't resist. Could be the best lettuce and tomato hamburger ever.
It's a good time for the great taste of McDonald's new McDLT.
Mother, did he need to be so hideous? Thank you very much. Send Marco via link. He can come on anytime, Gina. So could you, baby. So could you. Oh, I love this one. Guitar Zero. Love it. Keep them coming. Keep
I'm not allowed to say what I'm thinking.
Into a cask. Oh,
I want to say what.
Say what you're thinking. Go ahead, Harry. Say what you're thinking.
I'm not allowed.
Yes, you can. You can. You totally can. Go for it.
Reminded you of something or someone?
When you think of Planet Fitness.
Okay, yeah. I hope he dries off. If he dries off, he uses only paper towels. How about that?
Oh my god! Oh my god! She's thinking that this boy is getting his libido on. That's what, oh my god! That's what you're thinking, huh?
Come on, tell me who you
Stop hating Mondays. Be a professional and hate the whole week instead.
Yeah. Oh.
Do you feel that?
feel that? Oh, shit.
We're doing it.
Well, come on, everybody. Get in here. How's it going, everybody? Here we go. We got the fireworks. You know what it is. BF Live. How's everybody doing today? There's the fireworks going on. What's good, everybody? We all know what today is. Hopefully a lot of people have off today. Where's all my friends at? July 4th. It is the day, y'all. Happy birthday to America. A happy birthday if you're celebrating your birthday today. I know a special person from my life that is. So how's everybody doing today? Yes, I'm here. I'm doing a 4th of July show. That's right, because even if I'm going to fireworks, they don't happen until tonight. So I'm here to have fun with my midday, my family, my chat family, my midday, midweek freaks, even though it's Thursday. I want to know where everybody's at. I see some chats. I see you kind of slowly coming in. I think a lot of my friends have off work today. I trust and hope that a lot of you do. But come on, wake up, try to rub the sleep out of your eyes. I know maybe you join me from work, but it's time to wake up, act like you're at work, and get in here on BF Live because we're doing it. Happy 4th of July. Happy birthday to America, the greatest imperfect country in the world, I like to say. Happy 4th of July. So we're going to get into a lot of fun today. Ooh, I see somebody special backstage. Okay, so we'll see who joins us today. Matter of fact, the link's out to a couple great friends today, a couple of great friends. And one of them, who I've been trying to get on the show for a while, and shout out if you're watching, my brother, is Bobby Tamburro, comedian Bobby Tamburro. He might be joining us in the 1 o'clock hour, hopefully. We're trying to get together and all that. So I think he might be joining us today finally. We get that together. So I've been wanting to talk to him for a while because I always liked his vibe on Compound Media whenever I saw him do his stuff and working with, the guys on the dump and all that stuff. So I like to catch up with him, kind of talk about what he's doing now. I know he does the POS show with our here on BF Live. So shout out Pat Oates, shout out Bobby Tamburro, and all of our friends. So I see you're rubbing the sleep out of your eyes. I see some comments building up. I see a bro backstage. Why don't I bring him in while I let some other chats build up? He's a friend. A lot of times, he has time to join us here on the daytime on BF Live when he's off. So I'm happy to have him today. Here's my bro. Let's say hello to Andrew. Hey, Andrew.
Happy to see you.
Happy 4th of July, buddy.
Been a while, brother.
Yes, it has been a while. We talked like last week, and I'm sorry that I've been so busy that I can't, trying to find time to do our show, Sports Heads, brother. But I love doing it with you if I had more time today. So you're off today, right?
Yes.
Off today. Are they going to take you to the fireworks later? Your program, they're going to load you up in the van and take you to watch the fireworks? What's going to be?
I can see them from my house.
I thought I remembered that because last year, didn't they just basically push y'all? Y'all just kind of went out front, right?
Yes.
That's what they did last year? Very good.
May I restream this?
You can. You may. Thank you for asking. Some people don't even ask, like Wendy and some other people. They don't ask. But yes, this is my buddy Andrew. We've done Sports Head together. We've been podcasting since I got into the game. We've been doing shows together. Jukebox Ginger, thank you for the like and the thumbs up there on Facebook. Please, if you're already here, like, share, and subscribe. BF Live. If you're first joining us for the first time, this is BF Live. I like to get together with the chat family. I like to call you all my friends and mix up all the things I love about podcasting, radio, friends, and chat. And we do it right here. So I got lots of cool segments I got planned for you today. We'll talk about 4th of July, of course. We're going to do the other news, the not so serious news, Andrew. I might read some horoscopes. What is your astrological sign, Andrew? I don't think I've ever discussed that with you. Pisces. Very niceys. All right, well, we'll have to get into Pisces later, and we'll get into some of that stuff. But, I like to do the chat family check-in, Andrew. What do you got to say, brother?
I forgot to tell you, Mike. I should probably put it in a group chat.
Yeah.
Duh.
Oh, what, your horoscope?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not necessary. I asked you now, but we can do that. Yeah, so I never know. I don't always kind of keep track of whose astrological sign is who, but we got a lot of friends in the chat, Andrew. What's up?
Also,
what
about them Orioles? Holy crap.
What about them Orioles? We got a couple of them. What's it? Adley Rutschman, he's going to start. And Gunner. I think we got at least 2 starters in there, Andrew. And we'll probably have a couple alternate guys where they'll probably get a little bit of time after the starters start, right, buddy?
Yep.
Did any of your Milwaukee Brewers make it?
2 of them.
Who?
Christian Yelich and William Contreras.
All right, Contreras and Christian Yelich. Very good, man. Well, I know you're a Brewers fan, so you got some Brewers in. I got some Baltimore Orioles in, so we got that to look forward to the All-Star game coming up soon. But today is the 4th of July, Andrew, so yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to go to the fireworks tonight, but I knew that I was going to get together and make some fireworks with my friends here. I got to see what my chat family's up to, Andrew, so why don't I run my little thing, my element, and we'll do the chat family check-in. What do you say, buddy?
I'll help you out with that if you need.
Absolutely. Okay, Andrew's here to help me with the chat family check-in. So let me know what you're up to today, everybody. Are you off today? Are you still working anyway? Are you making double time and a half like our friend West 11 Bravo, who's out there working on the lines, keeping our communications going? Let me know what you're doing. Or did you have the day off and you ain't even woke up yet and you got to wake up just for BF Live? Let me know what you're doing right now as we check in with the chat family check-in. Let's go.
Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves, but don't forget me.
I'm going to mute myself 1 second. I have to title my shit.
Okay. All right. You do that while I play this old classic bit. You know, I think a lot of us wouldn't think it was actually 4th of July unless we saw this kind of classic bit.
Hold the hand, Chico.
Come on, Terry. Rest in peace, Terry.
Hey, hold on. Hold. 2 cars come.
Come on, Terry. You got this, Terry.
2 cars come 2 different ways.
Come on, Terry.
Bag up.
Bag up, Terry.
Put it in reverse, Terry.
Put it in reverse. Oh, Lordy. Terry gonna die.
Oh, jeez. What you doing, Terry?
Terry. Back up, Terry. You gonna die, Terry. Oh, Lord, Terry. You need a high-speed wheelchair if you're gonna do some stuff like this. Oh, Lord, Terry. Rest in peace, Terry. There you go. That's a 4th of July classic. But let's get into it. Oh, playing in the background. Let me stop that sucker. Let's see. Look who's checking in. It's our lovely friend, the Space Nerd, checking in from the Pacific Northwest. And since you asked for it right away, I'm going to give you one. It's time to give her the Hoya.
Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya?
There you go. We got a Hoya for Dang Lizard. It's a Hoya kind of day here on BF Live Stream Show 106. Andrew, I'm up to 106 already. Let's see. We got How Are You from Space Nerd. I'm doing good. Nerd getting the love from the big Kahuna Nui. Kahuna Nui, how you doing? There you go. You're number 4, but you're number 1. Checking in with the Perry emoji. Please, members, enjoy those Perry emojis and spread them out. Let's see. Mahalo, Kahuna Nui, the big Kahuna from Space Nerd. Any of you fine people have any plans today? Well, that's what I would like to know, Space Nerd. So hopefully they'll tell us in the chat family, and we'll all find out together. Let's see. I'm going to cook out on the grill after this show. I don't think I'm going to make my way to the fireworks this year. You ready, brother? You got it all set? Got it all titled? All right, man. Well, there's Space Nerd checking in. You want to say hello to Space Nerd?
Hi, Space Nerd. How you doing?
And a lot of times, Scott and I, we just simply say, nerd. How about give her one of those? Nerd. There you go. That's Face Nerd. That's our friend. Nerd, are you on Twitter? Asked the big kahuna. Yes, but most people don't want to follow because it's my political one, and I yell at people, LOL. Space Nerd says, I usually keep that and this separate. Space Nerd also says, Happy 4th America. Happy 4th of July, America. Like I said, we are the best imperfect country in the world. You know, people like to criticize and say, maybe this ain't so great, that ain't so great. But I'll take it over any other country that I know of. So there you go. Happy 4th to America. Kahuna Nui says, I would love for you to follow me, but don't yell at me. Well, if you get your politics mixed up, you never know. She's not going to make no promises. I see the crowd picking up now. Now there's a couple 23 of you in here. I see you all waking up. Amazing commercial flashback BF. Well, thank you. I like nostalgia. I like reminding us of the good old days. So when I see those things that kind of hit a nerve, I think they maybe hit one of your nerves too, and we'll all share it together. So I'm glad that you do enjoy those things, Space Nerd. Whatever happened to Biff Rotten Thighs? Not sure about that one. The Mighty Horse is checking in and says, can't stay, but just here to say, U.S., 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 U.S. Thank you, Mighty Horse. Thanks for just letting me know that you're here, and even though you can't stay, that you were checking out BF Live. I hope you have a great 4th of July, whatever you do. The Dang Lizard says, good question, Space Nerd. Space Nerd also says, enjoy your day, Mighty Horse. Gimme Bezos is checking in, saying, happy 4th to my Bobby Fran fam. Bobby Fran fam, Bobby Fran fam. I like the way that kind of rolls off the tongue. What does Bob have to say about that? Hold on.
Bobby Fran is the most talented blocker I've ever met. Hoyaya.
Yes, Andrew.
I gotta pay me a membership to support the channel.
Oh, we'll see. Maybe, you know what, Andrew? That's one way of getting a membership, but also there's many generous people in this community, as you know, brother. So maybe if you have your accept gifted memberships turned on BF Live channel, maybe one of these great people will throw you one. Yeah. Happy 4th of July. Oh, yeah, give me Bezos from Space Nerd. Let's see. The Stream Element spots are all running. Donkey Kongington is checking in. Space Nerd, give me Bezos, Big Kahuna, and Dang. Cheers to all of you. Cheers, BF. Working, but listening. Thanks, Donkey. That's the kind of stuff I want to know. I know we got some working people out there that are working on the force, so I want to keep you company, too. Happy 4th of July, Donkey Kongington. I hope you get to enjoy this day a little later on. Donkey Kongington, hey, from Space Nerd. The lovely Sunday Jenna is checking in, and she says, happy 4th, BF, and everyone.
Hi, guys. How you doing?
I love when they check in. How you doing? Joe.
Hi, Joe.
Let's see. And there's Andrew the Giant. He's in the chat letting everybody know that he's here. Our friend Jukebox Ginger. Jukebox Ginger. Oh, happy 4th of July to you, my friend. Space Nerd is shouting out Sunday Jenna. Sunday Jenna's giving it right back to Space Nerd. Hoya, Andrew from Space Nerd. You got a Hoya. Now you know what the Hoya is. Hoya, there you go. You give a Hoya back. That's right. Happy 4th, Andrew, from the lovely Sunday Jenna. There you go. Terry Nee, pussies, question mark, Andrew. No, that's not a sign. That's what he likes. He didn't know. He's Pisces, right, Andrew? You didn't say your sign was pussies, right?
Right.
Terry Nee thought you said pussies. That's Pisces. But Andrew's not. He's a big fan of that, too. How you doing, Terry Nee? Happy 4th of July to you, my brother. You know, Andrew, were you up late last night on Jason Bardo X? Because I don't see Scott or Bobby Nick in here yet. I think they were up kind of late last night, you think?
I wasn't.
You wasn't in the... Because I know sometimes you do jump in there, right?
I didn't feel like it.
Didn't feel like it. Sometimes you're not up for it. I understand that. Well, we might have our friend Bobby Tamburro, comedian, stopping by later here on BF Live after the 1 o'clock hour, Andrew. So we'll get a chance to meet him. Happy 4th of July from Big Boss Man. Big Boss. Happy 4th, Big Boss. I hope you have one as well. There it is. Testicle Tiger's checking in, and she says, what's up, chat family? How you doing? We had a lot of fun. After I jumped out of Replayables, I was feeling no pain. I jumped into the Perry and Bob chat last night. We'll go over a little bit of that on Twitter X maybe if we get to that. Space Nerd says, hanging here all day, no other plans. Well, that's what I like to hear. I'm going to hang out too. I don't want to get in all the crowds or all the parade stuff or the fireworks. Yes, Andrew.
You put in a good word because I would love to work with Perry one day.
Whoa, that would be funny, man. Well, I don't know. I mean, you know, I'm happy enough that those great people over at PCL, shout out Perry Caravella Live, PCL for Life, Tom and Jim and all those guys are really cool to me, Andrew. Did you see the cool video that my friends got made for me, wishing me a happy 100th birthday, 100th show, Andrew? Did you see that?
No.
Well, let me play that for you right now. They Electra and Hack Ride, my great podcasting friends. They hit up Perry and they said, please make a video.
Perry Caravello of
BF.
Perry Caravello Live. I'd like to wish a happy 100th episode to our friends and our fan, Buffalo Bobby Fran, who has one of the best chat families on YouTube. Thank you very much for being a fan of ours, as we are a fan of yours. You're a huge PCL fan, excuse me. Buffalo Bobby Fran, all the best. Happy anniversary, my friend. Thank you.
Happy.
Oh! Thank you. Thank you for being a friend and a fan. Thank you.
Oh, there you go, Andrew. So they know me a little bit over there. I don't know I have enough juice to get Perry on a show, bro. But we'll have to see about that. But wasn't that cool, man? Like Electra and Hack Ride got that made for me. That was very nice. Very nice indeed. All right, let's see. Let's say it's Tersticle getting their Tersticle love from Space Nerd. Testicle Tiger saying Spurs Nerd. Let's see. Testicle Tiger says no plans, just babying my dog who freaks out when she hears fireworks. And we talked about that yesterday on the show. How if you have those dogs that you know, it's going to be a rough night for you. So hopefully keep all your doors and gates locked and don't let them get out, because I know a lot of times they think running outside or just running away from the house is the solution. So I wish everybody well that has to deal with that tonight. The big boss is saying 1992. Operator, please connect me to 1992.
Shut the fuck up.
You know you want to go back. Oh, thank you. Look at this. The lovely Space Nerd is hitting me up with a $2 super chat. So generous of you. Happy 4th to the best chat family. I agree, and I concur. Love you guys. Thanks for joining me here today. We got the Hoyas going out there. Hoya. Sounds like it's time for another Hoya.
Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya?
Yeah, we got them Hoyas.
Oh, I was dancing.
You were dancing. Oh man, I wish it takes us off the screen when I play that video that way, Andrew. Oh man, we got to get Andrew dancing. Andrew was giving us a Hoya. All right. Spurs Chur from Space Nerd. Let's see, Stream Elements bot is running. We have a friend joining us from the Andrew channel. And tell everybody what channel they're watching, Andrew.
My friend, every friend, has a show, BF Live. If you want to subscribe, I think just a guest put it in my chat over there. So
Awesome, man. Well, I can tell from the little symbol on here that our friend Mr. Duck 898 saying WSG, what's good? Let's see, you're joining us from the Andrew the Giant 1996 channel. That's what you're broadcasting on, right, Andrew? Andrew the Giant 96.
Yes.
There you go. Andrew's got all the channels. So yes.
I want to say happy 4th of July to my special friends.
Yes.
Shayna and Jethro.
All right, Shayna and who? Jethro?
Yeah.
Shayna and Jethro. Well, happy 4th of July. Yes, Shayna, if you're watching. I understand there's a little unrest right now, but I hope you guys can work something out down the road. So good, says our friend Space Nerd. I'm glad you like that. Mr. Duck 898 is clapping, but that's good. Hi, Space Nerd. Getting the love from Space Chief. That I didn't mean to skip Space Chief 75 because I thought I saw you check in. Said hi everybody. What's up, Space Chief 75? Thanks for always retweeting my stuff and letting everybody know that this BF Live is happening every day. I appreciate you. Let's see. The Dang Lizard says already evening here. That's right, because you're across the pond, so you're a couple 5-6 hours ahead of us. Going home after spending the whole day working on something that became obsolete after I received the right documents. Oh damn! So you worked on something and they're like, oh, I had the wrong one. That was supposed to be the other thing. Oh, man. Let me see. Here we go. It was supposed to be this. Oh, damn. So you worked on something. So you had right. You can hear the disappointment. Yes. You thought you were going the right way until you had the right documents and you're like, you know what? Screw it. This ain't right anyway. I'm going home. I'm going to act like I live in America and I'm going to celebrate 4th of July with BF Live. Well, there you go. Space Chief 75 says, found a spider in my bathroom today. I named him Alamar and just let him be. Okay. Spider Alama. Let's see. Hey, Space Chief from the lovely Sunday Jenna.
Oh, hey guys, how you doing?
Pretty good. Let's see. Space Nerd says, Kahuna, the big Kahuna Nui, the big Kahuna. What was your Twitter? They're looking for each other. Akil Brown is checking in and says, have a blessed day, y'all. Checking in from the Andrew the Giant 96 channel. You do as well, Akil, and thank you for joining us here today. Have a blessed day, brother. Mr. Duck says, you two man, throwing the love back. Hey, Jenna from Space Chief 75. Sunny Jenna says, Joe sends a ribbit your way, BF. I know he does. I hear it right there. Thank you, Joe.
I'm coming, Jesus.
Okay, you'll be there in a minute. Dang Lizard, what the heck? Well, glad you are off of work. Big Boss is getting the love from Kahuna Nui. Kahuna Nui is giving the love to Sunday Jenna. Terry Nee says, it's just Thursday for Bobby Nick. That's true. They had that weird whole Canadian day on Monday, so they're kind of over it. Shout out to, we're getting up to 30 people now that have been through here at some point. Please hit that like button on your way in or out. It's appreciated. Raju the Fish is saying hello. Raju is checking in from the Andrew the Giant channel. How you doing, Raju?
I gotta go. I gotta eat.
You're going to eat right now? Okay. Okay, well, I'll continue the chat family check-in, and you come back whenever you're ready. But this is my bro, Andrew the Giant. He's on the Andrew the Giant 96 channel, so stick around, and Andrew will be back after he gets his little lunch in, and I'm happy to have you here today, brother. Okay?
Just freaking eat.
Just go eat. All right, well, I'll put you backstage, and when I see you come back, I'll let you in, okay, brother?
Okay.
Okay, man. Well, thanks for checking in right away today, and let me know that you were available, Andrew, and that you were around. I appreciate you, brother. And we'll see you soon when you get back after lunch, okay? Oh,
Give BF memberships.
Ooh, thank you. Do what Andrew says. Give BF memberships.
Please, to his channel.
Thank you. Subscribe and memberships. I'll take it all, Andrew. Okay, Andrew will be joining us back a little later. We're going to continue with the chat family check-in. Mega Moose is checking in and says, looking very handsome today, Andrew, and happy 4th to you. The lovely Shayna is checking in. You get a smooch. Hey, Shayna. I hope you're doing well. I think it's kind of out there a little bit on No Filter, but I understand there's a little unrest in your relationship, and I hope you two can work some stuff out down the road, because this is all podcasting. We shouldn't mix podcasting and real life, but we love you, Shayna. Happy 100th birthday, BF. I'm surprised Terry didn't wish me a 100th birthday, but no, it's 100 shows. Less than anyone think I look pretty good for 100, or anybody does at this age. Let's see. The Reverend Wild Bill is saying, hoya. Hi. Puff, puff, pass. Well, it might be puff, 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 but I'm just letting my eyes wake up a little bit there, Bill. But maybe we'll get into a celebratory puff for the 4th of July. How are you doing, my friend? Checking in from Georgia, as you always tell us. The Space Nerd, got it, Kahuna. Very cool, says the lovely Space Nerd. Jeff Rowe is checking in from the Andrew the Giant channel. How you doing, Jeff Rowe? Andrew will be back soon. He had to step away for lunch, but thanks for joining us today on this show on BF Live. Happy 4th. The Reverend Wild Bill Hoya from Space Nerd, Space Chief getting the love from Kahuna Noi. Testicle is saying warm and lovable. That's our boy Andrew. Just a guest is he's throwing links in there because he's got a wrench. And he's letting you know to subscribe to Bobby Fran. Oh, there you go. He has the wrench, I guess maybe at Andrews, whatever the case may be. But thank you very much for guiding everybody over here. Space Nerd Hoya from the Reverend Wild Bill. Big Boss is saying, hey, afternoon, Kahuna. Kahuna Noi is saying hi to Terry. Oh, Lord, Terry. Look out, Terry. Space Chief 75, that is what I do. Name spiders. You name the spiders? Yeah, I try to avoid them. Let's see. Space Chief 75, Hoya from Wild Bill. Kahuna is getting the love from Terry Nee. Sunny Jen is saying, oh, hey, big Kahuna.
Oh, hey, guys. How you doing?
All right. And Kahuna is giving the love to the Reverend Wild Bill. Space Nerd is saying, nothing bothered your bulldog. Yeah, let's see. My current dog gives no F's about the fireworks. My previous dog, the Greyhound, who I've talked about on previous episodes, totally terrified. Felt like you could feel like every firework in her nerves when you would touch her. You know, just really bothered by him a lot. Terry Nee is getting the love from Sunday Jenna. The Reverend Wild Bill is saying, Kahuna Noi, what's up, buddy? Space Chief and Nerd are saying hello to each other. Space Nerd, me too. I've had several spider friends I've rescued. Kahuna Noi is saying, oh, hey, Bobby and Andrew. Let's see, that's right. As if we don't have enough Bobbies on these shows, we'll see if Bobby Nick shows up. You got me, but hopefully after the 1 o'clock hour, we will have comedian friend Bobby Tamburro joining us from the PLS show. the POS Morning Show with Pat Oates and Bobby Tamburro. Hopefully you'll be joining us in the 1 o'clock hour. Let's see, Jenna from Terry Nee getting love. Rev is getting love from Space Chief 75. Space Nerd says Andrew loves the Hoya guy. Sonny Jet says the Hoya is so great. Isn't it funny how one of these viral things will just tickle us all in the same way? So we're having a lot of fun with this here on BF Live and on Replayables, which we had a lot of fun with last night. Shout out Chris Abels. I know you said you'd be in the chat today, brother. He's just getting over being sick over the long weekend. He had the antibiotics with him, so he really couldn't pound them last night. But I will tell you this, he's already in training. He's preparing for Saturday Replayables. Saturday. He'll be back in big drinking shape, and so join us this Saturday on the Levyverse at 8 o'clock East, a Saturday show. We're doing Saturdays now. We don't want to compete with Perry on Fridays, and we want to give everybody a day to get home from work and kind of decompress, and you really know that you got off Sunday, and you can feel free to party with us on Replayables, 8 o'clock on Saturday nights. The Reverend Wild Bill, Kahuna Noi, the big kahuna. The Reverend Wild Bill is saying greetings from Atlanta, Georgia, and Hoya. Everybody loves the Hoya. It's the new sensation, sweeping the nation. Happy 4th, Wild Bill from Sunday Jenna. The Reverend Wild Bill says, Sunday Jenna, hi, H-I-G-H. The Terry Nee says, Bill took a midnight train from Georgia. Woo, woo. Said he's leaving on that midnight train to Georgia. There he is right now. Bill. Ooh, that's how I got there. Hoya, Andrew from the Reverend Wild Bill. Hi, H-I-G-H Terry Nee from the Reverend Wild Bill. Mega Moosh is checking in and says, hey, Andrew, looking very handsome today and happy 4th. Well, thank you, Mega Moosh. Thank you for all of our new friends that are joining us from the Andrew the Giant channels. We appreciate you. Andrew will be back soon. He had to step out for lunch. He'll be back real soon, like our friend Malcolm Bridges II, who's saying hello from the Andrew channel, or our friend Joanne Clemens that says happy 4th from Andrew channel. Thank you for checking in. This is BF Live. I get together here every day with my friends and mix all the stuff I love about radio, podcasting, and chat family, and we have a lot of fun here every day, 12 noon East until 3-ish. So thanks for joining us. Hope to make a new friend. Unknown, what's up? Well, there you go. What is up with you? What is up indeed? Malcolm Bridges II saying, happy 4th of July. Do you have any plans? Well, if you're talking about me, I don't know. Andrew might they said they might kind of wheel him outside like they did in previous years. And I think Andrew has a good perspective on his local fireworks show right outside his house. So I think that's what he's doing today. We'll catch up with him when he comes back. Me, myself, I'm just going to cook on the grill after the show and maybe smoke a little this, do a little of that, smoke, drink, and feel good. And I hope everybody does that in the safety of their home. Let's see, Space Chief 75 is giving the love to Kahuna. We have another, MC Duck is checking in saying, U.S. What's up, Mr. Duck? Sunday Jenna says, LOL, thanks, BF. Your drops are my favorite. Well, thank you.
Hey, guys, how you doing?
You know I'm a sucker for a good drop.
Smash Mouth.
Smash Mouth, that's right. How about this one? This is made by my friend Psych. Let's get us some of these. Have a little fun with these sound bites.
Bobby Fran is the most talented blocker I've ever met. Hoya.
There you go. I love the. So that was Psych got Bob Levy into like the voice mod thing. Unknown. What you eating, Andrew? We'll have to ask him when he gets back. Donkey Kongington says, Terry Nee, Wild Bill, Mega Moosh, Space Chief, and Sunday Jenna. Cheers from our friend Donkey Kongington. Big Boss cheers from Donkey Kongington as well. Space Nerd is giving the love to the Kahuna Nui. Sunday Jenna is saying, oh, hey, Donkey. How about that? How about that, indeed?
Oh, hey, guys, how you doing?
Space Nerd simply says, Donkey Kongington World Order. The Reverend Wild Bill's checking in saying, Donkey Kongington, hi, H-I-G-H. Big Boss is saying, hey there, thanks, Donks, and happy 4th of July. Donkey Kongington is giving the bones up and the love to Testicle Tiger. Hey, Reverend Wild Bill, shouting out Big Boss and saying, hi. Donkey Kongington is saying, yes, happy Independence Day. Mr. Doodle is checking in. Where you been, my dog? It's been a minute, huh? You been out there? How you doing, Mr. Doodle? We're pro Doodle here. Bones up Donkey Kongington from Testicle Tiger. Hey, Wild Bill from Big Boss. The Reverend Wild Bill is saying hi to Testicle Tiger. Mr. Doodle says, happy 4th of Poodling. There you go. Be careful. I know being a poodle, are you sensitive to the fireworks, Mr. Doodle? I'm sure you'll let us know. Hi, Rev. With the little men holding hands in there, Testicle Tiger. Hey, Mr. Doodle from the Kahuna Noi. There's Psych, my friend Psych, I got another fresh video or two from our friend Psych, a little face swap video. He's kind of killing it and doing it every day, like he's doing it with the sound drops. He does it with the video too.
Bobby Fran is the most talented blocker I've ever met. Hoya.
Indeed. Let me see. Where are my H's at? Or just a regular
Hoyea.
oh yeah.
The
Reverend Wild Bill, Mr. Doodle, hi. Mr. Doodle says, I'm at the beach poodling. Oh. Big timing us from the beach, I understand. Well, that's a great place to be pretty much any time. I like going to the beach. Just don't shit in the sand, okay? I don't like stepping in dog shit in the sand. Let's see. Our dogs get very nervous and didn't want to walk last night. So probably like me, Jenna, you already have people that can't wait for the holiday and they're shooting them in the neighborhood. So, yeah. And it's funny, the one time my dog did get out, it was at night. And they think that running away, just running anywhere, you would figure they would feel safer at home, but she just went running and we had to like get in the car and find her. It's terrible. Unknown says, I hate the fireworks. My dog and I will be on the mountain away from the books. Fuck PTSD. There you go. I like that solution. Like, man, you know what? 4th of July is coming around. Me and my dog, we don't want to be around none of you crazy people. We're heading for the mountains with some bush, goddammit. Beer. There you go. Mr. Doodle says, send Jake the link. No. Let's see. I have a spider as a pet, a tarantula named Morticia, says our friend Reverend Wild Bill. Space Nerd says, Sunday Jenna, poor babies, talking about the dogs. Space Nerd, do you, Reverend Wild Bill, yes, has that spider. I'm good when they live in the wild. That's right. We don't need to own them. Thanks, Nerd, says somebody, Jenna. Poodles up, Mr. Doodle. Poodles up. The Reverend Wild Bill says, I missed replayables last night. I hope I didn't miss much. No, we just had a regular kind of midweek freaks, our regular kind of fun. And yeah, Chris was he's kind of on the bench a little bit because he's got all those antibiotics with him. So we want him to get well. So he's going to be really back in shape. He's training right now. I think like he's training. Yep. So he's in training right now. He's getting ready for the Saturday show already, Wild Bill. So join us at 8 East on the Levyverse. Space Nerd, yes, she's 4 years old this summer. Mr. Doodle says, I can't see my phone very well. It's hard to type and see, Space Chief. I know how that is at the beach. Mr. Doodle, I want a poodle at the beach. That's we want a poodle with him. Amazing, the Reverend Wild Bill. The Reverend Wild Bill says, I have a bearded dragon, 2 years old this summer. Rival checks in and says, happy 4th to Andrew. Well, Andrew's having lunch right now. But I can see that Rival is checking in from the Andrew the Giant 96 channel. So thanks for checking in on my show today. He'll be back real soon, having some lunch. It's intense poodling on the beach, Space Nerd. Let's see. Space Nerd said to Remois Bill, I think we talked about this with Psych. Unknown is checking in and saying, what strains you smoking today? I'm smoking the weed flavor weed, son. Weed flavor weed. Let's see. Mine don't have the fancy labels on it yet, if you know what I mean. Let me see. I dread the fireworks tonight. My poor dog will have to have a doggy downer. No puppy uppers today. Only doggy downers. There we go. Mr. Doodle says, my work hours change, so it's hard for me to interact with the show. It makes me sad. I'm on vacation. I'm here now. Love you. Well, I was wondering, Mr. Doodle, because you was a regular there for a minute, and I thought, okay, I must have done something where I made the poodle, I wasn't poodling properly or something, but I'm just glad to know it's because you have work and life, which a lot of us do, but I'm glad you joined me when you can. Appreciate you. I hate tonight in my neighborhood, fire guns. Oh, they fire guns in place of fireworks. Oh, shit. They're like, yeehaw. Come on. They're like, come on. Come on. Let's get it. Come on. Happy 4th of July. Come on. Let's get it. Happy National Potato Week. You're still determined to make that a thing. Unknown says, books. Haha. Fucking phone. I meant to say booms. There you go. I was wondering. I'm like, hey. We don't judge here whether it's book or booms. We don't judge here on BF Live. Either one you did, as long as you're enjoying yourself and being happy, that's all good. But we have other booms friends in here, like our friend Psych, and I think Donkey Kong is in. So you are among friends with the booms. So enjoy your mellow and your booms with the mountain with the dog. That sounds great. Why no Jake? What did he doodle do? Mr. Doodle, you might have been out for a while, but Jake is just being Jake, and he kind of...
What's up, guys?
I love Jake. I don't mind Jake at all. But when Jake doesn't get his time in the spotlight, he basically come in here and kind of blows up my chat and FUs everybody. And I gave him a wrench, and he was blocking people and doing dumb shit. So we had to block Jake for a while until he slows his roll. We love Jake, though. FJH. That's FSJ. I'm smoking God's gift tonight. Uh-oh. Sounds like a strain. Let me see. Or all of it's God's gift, if you ask me. Let me see. Tonight, I have flashbacks of exotic lands far away. Oh, my goodness, brother. Well, if you're alluding to what I think you're alluding to, I'm sorry that that maybe these noises bring some of that back for you, because I understand that is a thing for some of our great service people out there. If I think that's what you're alluding to with exotic lands, I've known some older friends of mine who, yeah, they really don't care for or really don't need to hear any of those explosions tonight. So I feel for all of our veterans out there that might be going through that. Jake sent me a link again just a while ago. Jake, Christ, he was in, I hear he was, Testicle Tiger told us he was in Perry Caravella's chat. So that's what you find Jake's doing now, Space Chief, because he's gone on this kind of scorched earth thing and everybody's blocked him. He's basically going out to any show that will accept him in their chat. And he's reaching out to people like you, who, like you said, you don't really do shows, but he's kind of get anybody in there he can. We don't hate Jake, but Jake's got to slow his roll. Fucking AWOL, Bill. To hell with that shit. Hell with that shit. All right, now, let's see. I got one more. We got a couple more. Wait a minute. Kel Nares is checking in. Hey, Kel, how you doing? Happy 4th of July, man. Thank you for saying that Blocky Fran is the man. Are you taking a llama time soon, prob? No. We do piss breaks here. We don't spin the wheel. We take piss breaks here on BF Live, and we do that. I do like a 3-hour show, so probably about 90 minutes in, probably 1:30 East, 1:30 or so, we'll take a piss break, a proper piss break. FJ Hudson, FJH. The Reverend Wild Bill checks in and says, I will be on the computer with headphones on, muting out gunshots outside with my doggy in my lap. So here, everybody, most people are concentrating on the dogs, and little do we think about people that might be in that situation like yourself, my friend. So, yeah, it just goes to show that everybody enjoys this or maybe doesn't enjoy this holiday on different levels. But that's the kind of stuff we want to know. But we're here for you, Wild Bill. Keep those sounds away, brother, and keep the good. Only let the good thoughts and the good sounds in. Okay, well, how about if I do this? I will wrap up the chat family check-in, and then I'm going to bring somebody else in. But let me run my little element. I shouldn't call it my little package because you think I'm talking about something else. Let's run the element here. That was the opening chat family check-in, but I'll be checking with you throughout the show.
Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves.
That's right. Keep talking amongst yourselves. This is chat family. This is the party. This is the midday party. This is what we do. We assemble and have fun. And one of the people I'm always so happy to have join me, he's backstage, and I'm going to bring him in now. And I'm sure he'll be happy to see everybody. And likewise, you'll be happy to see him. It's the bro, it's Scotty Fitzpatrick.
Hey.
Hey, buddy. What's good, man?
Too much. I've overslept you again.
Well, I don't know what sleeping or oversleeping is. I'm not sure with anybody anymore. But you see, our boy Andrew is already in here today, Scott. I don't know if you noticed that yet.
No, I just woke up. I literally woke up 10 minutes ago and put a hat on.
He's currently eating lunch. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that you make such an effort that so soon after you wake up, you want to. Yes, I think yesterday you said you were only up for 15 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Before you jumped in. So did you have?
I had time to get my milk or nothing.
Oh my goodness!
Have a milk or anything.
Well, you got to get your milk. Well, maybe you can just take time if you want to, or you can swap out when Andrew comes in and grab that milk. But I'm glad you joined us today, man. Right. So it's 4th of July. I mean, we talked about it a little bit yesterday. I don't know. I'm going to cook like on the grill and everything. I think I'm going to mess with the fireworks or anything tonight, Scott. There's too many people, too many sweaty people to rub up against. How about you, man? You got a place to shoot them off or see them?
There's a place here in town, but a lake, but I probably ain't going to go. I'm probably actually going to sit here by myself and do nothing.
Really?
Probably just going to be just another day for me.
There you go. Well, I see there's a lot of people in the chat family, I think, feel the same way. Everybody's living this on different levels and all. But we got Andrew joining us. He's getting some lunch right now. He's co-streaming on his channel, Andrew the Giant 96. So we have new friends joining us here today. Why don't we get in the chat a little bit, and then we'll get on some other fun stuff here. But what did you get into last night on Jason Bardo X?
Let's see.
It's hard to remember when you just
I'm a
wake
little
up,
foggy, right? Man. Yeah, I'm a little foggy.
All right. Well, I won't put you on the spot like that. But being that you woke up late, did you also see that? I told you I've been trying to give. Me and Bobby Tamburro have been trying to get together. So Bobby might be probably joining us in the 1 o'clock hour, buddy.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I'm a Bobby Tamburro fan, man. I like him.
Well, that's good. Well, that's a good thing. Well, we're gonna have him on. We'll have fun talking to him and catching up with him, talking about the POS show and whatever he's up to. I'm smoking whatever I want tonight. There you go. Right? Don't tell me. I'm smoking meat, smoking weed, smoking that ass, all that stuff. There you go, donkey. Yeah, you tell them, donks. Let's see. The Reverend Wild Bill says, and me being Cherokee, I will celebrate when the Europeans move back. Sorry, just saying. Well, I'll say hiya to that. Scott, hi. There you go from the Reverend Wild Bill. You're going to start getting the love, Scott. Here they come. Scott! Good afternoon, Scott from the Big Boss. There you go. Happy take my shotgun down to the beach and blast off 100 shots today, America. Come on. Is that what they do out your way, Hack Rider? They just Come on, T3, come on. It's America. Let's do one for every year we've been around. Unknown, this is the first time on your show. I like the hell out of this, brother. Well, thank you, brother. We appreciate that, man. We're just all about positive vibes and hanging out and having a good time and making the best of this one good ride we get on this planet, at least in this body. The Terry Nee says the Reverend Wild Bill studied at Southeast Asia University. God blessed him. Yeah, that's kind of Southeast Asia. That's code for, we know, a certain place where he served. The lovely Dirty Dalish is checking us today. Dalish?
Dirty D.
Dirty D in the place to be. How you doing today? Checking in from my channel, and she's all membered up, and I appreciate that. The Reverend Wild Bill says, Terry Nee, yes, sir. I turned 18 over there. Great birthday. Boy, I can hear sarcasm dripping in some of these, man. Man, we appreciate you. We appreciate you, brother. Hey, Dirty Dalish from the Reverend Wild Bill. Good afternoon from the Big Boss Man to the Dirty Dalish. Space Nerd is saying hoya to the Reverend Wild Bill. Space Nerd is also shouting out Scotty.
Nerd.
I taught Andrew nerd earlier, Scott. So this is how we do. This is how we do it, and he did it too. The Reverend Wild Bill is shouting out Space Nerd and saying hoya. Here's the guy that knows it. He coined it. That's my bro, Matt. Bones up. The Midday Freaks. I see you now waving backstage, Andrew. I see you now, buddy. Either had your flashing gang signs. I don't know. Let's bring him back in. Either way. What's up, Scott?
I believe Matt here is part of the reason I'm foggy. He's trying to turn bored to death into replayables with me or something. He's always accused me of not inhaling, being a fake inhaler and all this. And
really,
yeah, and I always got to prove it.
Wow. Well, yeah, we never get no credit for the weed because like I do, and I got ripped pretty good last night, Scott. I must say, I do replayables on Wednesday night, and turning it around to do this show, always challenging. So I had to prep some of it at the end of yesterday, and then typically when I get off replayables, I'm kind of like woozy and I walk away, and then I realize how drunk and tired I am, and then I pass out, and then if I'm lucky, I wake up and put together more of the show, Scott. But it's challenging, and that's because I'm over here smoking and drinking and having a good time. But I never get no credit for puffing, so I get you. Let's bring him back in. He's the bro you know. Let's ask him what he had, and a lot of friends have been waiting for him. He's back, everybody. It's Andrew.
I had a burger.
You had a burger.
Nuts.
There you and some tater tots. There you go. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Look, we got all the crew here. We got
and I want to address something.
Okay.
You got
Scott loves the pregnant pauses.
People. I know people are saying things, but they don't actually know what's going on between the two of us.
Mm-hmm.
So I advise you to mind your own business.
I thought you were going to say kiss my white ass. Yeah, I know. So for those that don't really watch every show and knows what's going on, my friends Andrew and Scott and even Bobby Nick, they do No Filter with Andrew and Friends on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, plus a lot of other fun stuff. And yeah, there's a thing going on out there. It's girl Shane and him, because you try to mix podcasting and having a relationship, and it doesn't always go well. So it's not going too great right now. So a lot of people are guessing and speculating, but Andrew's letting everybody know they really don't know what's up, but they'll figure it out. Let's see. Unknown, hey, and welcome. Your friend, Andrew, you brought a friend Unknown over, and he's already liking the show, so we're already making new friends over here. Thank you for bringing some new friends over. The Dirty Dalish is saying, I was in Andrew's chat, but I saw Shayna and Jethro there. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Let's not...
Like I said, they don't...
Right. Chatting and having a relationship might be two different things. Let's see. The Reverend Wild Bill went to foreign lands, met exotic people, and then I killed them. That's what I told my son after he kept asking me what I did and wouldn't stop. Guess what? He stopped. Yeah, and I know that there's different levels of this, Reverend Wild Bill, that there's some guys that a lot of the guys don't want to talk about it at all. But then some guys, that's all they talk about because they just, that's what they lived and that's what their life is kind of stuck. So I feel for you, man. Yeah, and then your children and the other generations want to know, and yeah, you don't want to give them the gory details. Burger and tots, that sounds good, Andrew, says Space Nerd. Sounds yummy.
Yes.
Matt is saying that allegedly the prop master doesn't inhale. I believe he is, but there are rumors out there, says Matt. So you're right about that, Scott.
Right.
Hack Riding Dirty Dale is cheers from Donkey Kongton. Space Nerd is saying, the Reverend Wild Bill, he asked, right? That's right. The kid asked as he found out. Hoya, Matt from Space Nerd. Matt's getting the love and the bones up from Donkey Kongton. Let's see. Matt is saying Hoya the Space Nerd. Andrew says, mind your own business. Andrew goes live and tells us about his relationship. There's kind of that out there. A lot of these podcasters kind of do that, don't they? Where they go, everybody just stay out of my business that I put out there 24/7.
Not doing it now, so.
Oh boy, sounds like Andrew.
It was forced upon me.
Andrew, yep.
I didn't even plan that.
And that's the whole thing. That's what we talk about. You get that blurry line, Andrew, to where you don't know where the relationship and the podcast start or end. And then you get into these kind of blurry areas where people, think they know things they might not know. Let's see. Space Nerd, yeah, he did ask. He wouldn't stop asking, but he was older when I told him that, around 8 or 9 years old enough to know. Matt is saying bones up to Donkey Kong and Tim. There's the Stream Elements bot running. Big Boss is saying, LOL, Dalish. He obviously likes to talk about it. Yeah. It's that thing. Yeah, once again, it's life, it's podcasting. We live a kind of weird thing when your life blends into podcasting or the podcasting blends into your life. The Dirty Dalish says, Andrew, you can decide to take your relationship private now, but that's not going to stop people from talking about what you have made public. You made that everyone's business, and that is very true. You can't expect to put things out there and then people not to have an opinion about them. I talk about the good parts of my journey and not the bad. Yeah, I like the colorful kind of a non-descriptive language you use. Like, I went to exotic lands. I kind of knew what you meant right away. Let's see. Dirty Data says, yo, Andrew, be careful with your words. No one forced you to stream. Uh-oh. The Donkey Kongton says, I passed out watching Bob and Perry last night. Same. Woke up my internet was out. Whoa. I didn't call anyone to verify because it was 3 a.m., but I think my phone was off too. Didn't get the signal back until about 9. Well, I'm glad you're here now. What's up, LA Vicious? And she says, or he or she says, happy birthday. What's up, Lavicious? Lavacious? You sexy beast. All right, well, we're caught up with the chat family now. Why don't we do this? I like to do other news here. The BF Live, not so serious news or alternative news, other news. You were lonely. Well, you're not lonely anymore. You're among friends and family. Please, if you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe, member up, and super chat. It's all appreciated. As I run this element, the world is serious enough. There's other things going on out there. So I like to concentrate on the other news out there. The BF Live, not so serious news. Let's see what I have for you today. That's right. Let's get into it. And let's get into some BF Live not so serious news story. In my first BF Live not so serious news story, I'm a space guy, so I like space stuff. I thought this is pretty cool. This is like a sign of the future, maybe, guys. It says the Las Vegas Spaceport project receives FAA approval to start building. So they're essentially building like an airport for spaceships, guys.
Whoa.
Whoa, no shit. Yeah, check it out. It says the FAA has given the green light to what could be the first commercial spaceport in the country. The ambitious project will be located on 240 acres, about 15 minutes by helicopter or 45 minutes by car from the Las Vegas Strip. Spaceport CEO Robert Lauer called the FAA's approval a monumental step for the project. The Clark County Commission approved the construction permits in May. A groundbreaking ceremony is expected within the next 3 months, with construction set to begin in 6 months. The Las Vegas Spaceport plans to offer a wide range of services. It will operate its own fleet of space planes and provide hangars for space and other space vehicles, according to its SEC filing. One company, Space Perspective, is already selling rides on their 10-man capsule with 1,250 seats sold at $125,000 a pop, boys. Las Vegas Spaceport officials believe they can conduct 15 flights a month with 6 passengers per flight. The plans include a space pilot school, a STEM academy, a hotel, a restaurant, a rooftop observation deck, and a research and development company, according to, once again, to the SEC filing. However, the project still has a long way to go to meet its funding goals. It has raised about $10 million so far, with an initial fundraising goal of $30 million. The overall project is expected to cost at least $310 million. The Las Vegas Spaceport was incorporated in 2022, and for more information, you can go to their website, the Las Vegas Spaceport. So, what do you think, guys? Scott, would you ever go on a rocket if you had a chance, brother?
Nope.
Really? Yeah, not a one and done. Not even trying it once. Huh? Like, no.
No, not even an airplane. I'm trying to stay on the. Trying to stay as a land animal. I'm a land animal.
That is a good point. You have mentioned that you haven't flown yet, so I guess that space kind of would be maybe further out of your realm, literally. What about you, Andrew? Would you ever like to go up in space just to visit or go up in a rocket, buddy?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Andrew's like, hell to the yeah. Wheel my ass in there, boy. Well, I think this is kind of pretty compelling. This is like private industry. This is like a spaceport, and they're not only going to build the port, but they're also going to have fleets, like rent space and have actual flights. So I don't know. I thought it maybe would happen faster, Scott. Like, we were supposed to be in like flying cars by the year 2000 when we were growing up, right? Like, in the year 2000, we'll be in flying cars and shit. So there you go. Maybe if you get an opportunity, maybe you can go to spaceport, coming soon. And another story, kind of related to, let's check some of these comments. Let's see what our friends are saying before we get into the next story here on BF Live. Let's see. It says, we got Lavacious. We got I Was Lonely. We got that one. Space Nerd says, all donks. Do it, please, the lovely Dirty Daler says, and smash that like button, chat family. She knows what's up. She knows the chat family's a thing. All hail, block Bobby. Block. I do not block anyone. I resemble that remark. How dare you?
Bobby Fran is the most talented blocker I've ever met.
Well, at least I'm talented at it. I'm so there, says Space Nerd. Of course. Look at this, Scott. Yeah. Being a space nerd, of course, Space Nerd would be there. Yeah. Nerd, she's signing up. The Rev and DD from Hack Rider. Space Nerd is putting out the Slurpees. Maybe I will go get a Slurpee today. That's right. I'd like to say we're the Slurpee of stream shows. We're a little refreshing and different, so that's why I throw the Slurpee in there. Let's see. Hack Rider getting the love right back from Dirty Dalers. The Reverend Wild Bill is saying Hack Rider, hi, HIGH. Brian Kowalczyk says the Jetsons is finally happening. That's right, brother. See, you knew what I meant. You knew, because, right, back in the day, we were already supposed to be in, like, cars flying like the Jetsons, brother, right? But it's happening a little slower than the pace maybe we were promised when we were growing up. How you doing, man? Happy 4th of July, and I'm glad you're here today, man. Malcolm Bridges II saying, good stream. Well, I certainly appreciate when new friends come in and like the stream. Please stick around and become part of the chat family. Hack Ride and Hooyah from the Reverend Wild Bill. Cool. Donkey thinks it's cool. Space Nerd is like, finally, I'm doing all this work in the industry. Somebody get my ass up there. I need a way to get up there. I'm tired of helping other fools get up there. Let's see. A cheer, ABK. That's it, BK. Let's see. HR from the Kahuna Nui. I can be a space pilot. There you go. You got nerd in your name, and you alluded to you're kind of in that zone, so that's in your wheelhouse. DD getting the love from Kahuna Nui. BK from Hack Rider. Kahuna Nui from the lovely Dirty Dalers. Articulate John is checking in and says, she packed my bags last night pre-flight. I think it was a 0 hour, 9 a.m. But are you going to be high as a kite by then? Let's see. Space Nerd is checking in and says, I'm a space cowboy. Telling that to Reverend Wild Bill. Space Nerd says, Donks, I won't have a space pinup. I didn't find my flight suit for my photo shoot. I'm kind of sad. The rest was fire, though. And you can see some of those photos. She shared them in the 100 Proof Podcasting Discord. She put them right out there. I see you backstage. We'll get you in a second. Hey, Hack Ride and chat from the Brian Kowalczyk. Space Nerd says, that is rad, the Reverend Wild Bill. Me too. Hoya, Brian from Space Nerd. Donkey Kongton is saying, I've never been on a plane either, Scott. Cheers. Well, there you go. You got a brother, Scott. Another person that's never flown either.
Right.
There you go. You got a brother and not flying the Airbus, essentially an Airbus. It'll turn into the Greyhound really soon, as soon as everybody can afford it, a little affordable. Anyone lighting off fireworks tonight? Not personally. We talked about this yesterday, and we said don't be a dummy and don't blow your fingers off or anything like that, Scott, right? You like, even though you're not going, do you have any interest? Do you need to, like, have fireworks in your life in any way?
No, I don't really need them. I mean, the kid in me still comes out when I got some bottle rockets or something, but I don't really need to go. I don't need around here. You gotta, if you want to go watch them at the lake, it takes you'll be sitting in your car for 2.5 hours just to watch 20 minutes
And
worth of fireworks.
I have a place that's like less than 10 minutes away, Scott. But yes, because of all the traffic, it can take an hour or more, a lot longer than it should. So it kind of just makes me not want to do it. Hey, everyone, from our friend Matt checking in. Shayna's dad is checking in saying, who wants to see a cack-off between Andrew and Jethro? Wait a minute. Is that what we're doing here? We're having a cock-off, Andrew?
No,
Really?
thanks.
How are we going to do that? How are we going to do that, brother? Wow.
Nothing.
Can't find. I was looking. It's been a minute since I pulled. It's been a minute since I've been pulling Andrew drops. I was looking for a particular Andrew drop. Where is that one? Oh my goodness. And I'm out of practice, Andrew. Let's see. The big boss is saying, I love Jason Bardo's show, but it's not my hour when it's on. They had Quad on last night, which is great, 100%. Which is a great get. I did catch the start of the show of some skirmishing between Scott and Tiffany. Were you skirmishing, Scott? Really?
Yeah, Tiffany doesn't like me much anymore. Or I don't know.
What happened? What'd you do?
What
did you do?
Nighttime Scott picks on her a little bit, and
damn, I didn't know you got. Damn, Scott, you really are different at night. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. We got a couple more to check in. Let's try to get through these and bring our friend in backstage. When I die, send my ashes into space and let me wander the universe, says the Reverend Wild Bill. The Kunanui is checking in saying, hey, Scotty, I'm taking you skydiving. Uh-oh. He ain't even in a plane. You think you're going to get him to jump out of one?
Hell no.
Hell to the no. All right, Space Nerd, Dirty Dalish, my usual family I blow up shit with is out of town this year. DD, Dirty Dalish in LA. Glocks are our fireworks out there. Yeah, and I live in Baltimore, so you get too close to the city. I know a little something about that. Big Boss, I left when Quad showed up. He's just too awkward to watch on screen, 100%. There, Dale says, hack ride, gunshots, or fireworks. My favorite game.
I wasn't there then. Uh-oh. Quad and I have beef.
Uh-oh, quad beef. I hate airplanes. The Army made me exit from perfectly good airplanes, thanks to U.S. Army. Made you jump out of them. LOL, Dalish. Yes, he tries. Great, thanks, Army. Aside from the fact that you were in a war, did you like jumping out of planes? Yikes. Space Nerd. Oh, I'm sorry. I never set off fireworks, but my neighbor always has a bunch going off. Really sad, Dalish. I was, effectively, my dad's best friend died in a plane crash when he was 5, and the husband died in a helicopter crash. Yeah, that'll keep me out of some planes. There you go. Scotty, BF Live, Bobby, any of you guys have bottle rockets fights? No, nerd. I was never irresponsible with them. I would just simply put them in the bottle and let them go. But did you aim them at people, Scott?
Yeah, I'm one of them kind that I shoot them out of my hand. And me and my friend, I remember me and my friend used to have bottle rocket wars. So we'd have a handful of bottle rockets. But anyway, I remember watching him. He must have somehow lit one in his hand and didn't realize it, and it went off in his hand. And yeah, it was good times.
All right, fellas. Well, I did promise the 1 o'clock hour that I would be bringing our guest in, but we're in the middle of having a lot of fun in the chat family check-in. So why don't I do it now? I'll bring him in. Maybe he'll sit in a little of this news, and we'll see what other kind of fun we can get into. But this is a guy I've been wanting to get together with for a while. Like I said, I always liked his vibe and everything when he was on Compound Media and doing his stuff. So let's check him in now and see what he's up to. He does the POS show at Pat Oates and a lot of other cool stuff. it's my friend, I like to say, Bobby Tamburro. What's up, buddy?
Hey, thanks BF Live. Thanks Bobby for having me on. Good to see you in person. Andrew, nice to meet you. What's your
Right.
beef with Crip?
What's the beef with who?
With Quadfather.
Oh, yes, Andrew. Yeah, well, you know, they pod together a lot, so it could be different on any day. But what is it now, Andrew?
Just stuff that's been said.
If you two fought, you know how much that would cost the American healthcare system?
And how awesome it would be.
Oh, it'd be incredible. You
How
could sell
awesome.
more tickets than a Jake Paul fight.
We've talked about this. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Good old Cartman. How you doing, Bobby, man? Thanks for joining us today, man.
Thanks for having me. I'm doing pretty well. It's a great day to join you guys, right? 4th of July, big holiday for me. I love America, so it's good to be here.
Fucking A, man. Well, I tried to catch up with you last week, but you were kind of down at the shore. You said you were at the beach and all, so you had fun down there?
Yeah, absolutely. I got to do one of my favorite clubs in the world, Dead Crow Comedy. It's like a real fun club. Everybody who works there is either a comedian or likes comedy. So from the time you walk in, you're in a great mood. The door guy's making you do a dance move to get in just because he knows how annoyed you'll be at that. And, like, it's just fun the whole time.
That's cool. A bunch of people fucking with each other. All right, so you named the place. So where you didn't really say what shore you were at. What part of the country were you in doing that?
So that's in Wilmington, North Carolina. I was staying in North Myrtle. I have a beach place I go to there. So it was just, a fun week, boogie boarding, running, all that stuff.
Fuck yeah, man.
Sorry, Andrew.
Wait a minute. You ain't got to rub it in. Would you put shoes on too when you did that shit?
Mine are scuffed though.
Oh yeah, so you got yours have actual wear on them. Yeah. Well, I like going down the shore, and then so later on that week, I want to say like by like Friday or Saturday, I saw you and Pat like kind of doing a show in the same room, which was kind of interesting because normally you guys are doing at your own spot. So were you together at the shore? Is that what I'm going to take out of that, or
no? So I actually flew back to Connecticut to do gigs with him that weekend at City Steam, the new City Steam, which was a lot of fun. But yeah, we were in Connecticut together, and he's got a big album taping August 8th, 9th, and 10th in that same area. If you want to come out, that'll be a lot of fun.
That's cool, man. Well, I know Pat is. I've been following Pat on social media for a while, and Pat is always grinding the open mic nights. And I like when he throws up the sarcastic pictures of like, "Oh boy, open mic night" or whatever. And it's like he shows on purpose. He shows like maybe it's 2 or 3 people or something, right?
Absolutely.
I've been trying to get some of my comedian friends to come this way because traveling, far is not in the cards for me.
Yeah, Andrew's up in the Wisconsin area.
Oh, nice. What part?
30 minutes away from Milwaukee.
Okay, I was just out that way they have Rick Bronson's House of Comedy at the Mall of America there. Have you done that one yet? A lot of fun comedians come through, especially if you like the Compound Gas Digital scene.
That's cool. Well, Andrew, he just made it out to he's a Brewers fan, so he just made it out to it was like his first ball game, just like last summer. One of our podcasting friends, Bone Loads, he actually came to town from California and took my dude out to Miller Park. I know it as Miller Park. Well, what is it now, Andrew? American Family Field or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Andrew went to a ball game, was drinking, was balling big time, Bobby. So yeah, he gets out there every now and then.
That's awesome. We got to get you out there. The next time I'm in town, I'll reach out and we'll work something out. My buddy Crip Daddy, he passed away. He was a comedian, and we brought him to New York to record his album. So if I can get him through New York City, you and I can handle Milwaukee. We just got to watch all your hard R's, Andrew. I know you like to throw those out.
Crip Daddy, rest in peace. Crip Daddy was off the chain, man. Talk about an original dude that gave no fucks, man.
But I've always come as stupid, but I'm not very good at comedy, but I always wanted to try my hand on stage and all it.
I think that's the double show we do. We get both. We have like a comedy off. We see who's the funniest guy between Quad and Andrew. We could have him come do a set, and then we end with a big. That's right. To just end it all off, man. We'll have a big cripple fight. That's cool.
Whoever wins the comedy off gets a bat. That's the advantage going around.
Look at Andrew. He gets an advantage. Yeah, bro. So I'm getting the picture. Oh, go ahead, Scott, please.
Incorporate BattleBot technology too in your wheelchairs.
Oh, yeah. BattleBot. Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah. Hell yeah, have weapons and shit. We could us guys, we would do something with this shit. But so Bobby, I get the impression that you're out there doing your thing. You said you're up in Connecticut doing the stand-up gigs with Pat and the general area and all. So you're still kind of busy doing that, all right?
Yeah, absolutely. The best thing is I get to drive around, or like once a weekend at least, mostly Friday and Saturday. At this point, I'm kind of working, which is cool. And if I don't have an official gig on the books, the Yonkers Comedy Club I can walk to from my house. So that they're willing to throw me a guest spot, which is really nice. That's a fun club too. Not that I don't mean to come on and name drop.
No, that's okay. I like knowing these things. That's fine. That's exactly what I want you to do. And that's what I like about Pat, because Pat is so, he could easily just kind of write a set and just kind of lay back and just kind of go out and do it everywhere. But I can tell by the time I see him out on social media that Pat has love for the game. And he's really in it. He loves going to those open mic nights to hone his craft and to really work those jokes out all the time.
Absolutely. And what I like about Pat is so when I was coming up, you used to think headliners would hang out and do open mics like that. They could get some time and work things out. And then you get into the game and you realize that's not really how it works. Like open micers. And then once you get to a certain point, you get paid spots. But Pat could get paid spots every weekend. He could drive into the city or every day. But instead, he's out there hitting 2 or 3 open mics. And it kind of reestablishes that old school mentality. And that's what I like about Pat. He's not changing for anybody in the best way. He's keeping all the best values from the old times around.
He is cool like that. And I like that he sticks to his guns. And that's what's cool about watching you two guys when you do POS and all that. Pat has such firm, hard opinions about things, and you'll come at him. He'll go, no, this is how I fucking see it.
Exactly.
I love Pat. He's also my wrestling brother. He loves.
Oh my goodness.
He does love
Pat.
some
He celebrates every every pay-per-view, Andrew, doesn't he? He'll say, happy WrestleMania, happy Survival Series, happy whatever it is. I ain't never seen somebody, he's always like the first one out on social media wishing everybody happy, Survival Series or some shit.
Again, he loves what he loves, and there's no changing it, and I respect that about him.
That's cool. And what about you? Are you a big wrestling fan yourself? Or
So I wasn't allowed to watch it as a kid. My parents didn't like the swearing, and then my dad was like super don't get injured, and anybody reenacting wrestling moves was getting injured. So they kind of cut it down. So now I appreciate it as like going back and looking at the storytelling. And you're like, oh, I get why adults like this. Like I see the message they're doing here. It's clear cut who's the good guy, who's the bad guy, and it's fun.
And then the Attitude Era was nothing about sexuality and suck it and pointing at your crotch and all that shit. I think we showed one of the suck it kids yesterday who got suspended from school or something. We showed that on Replayables,
It fucking nuts. Even those gestures, I didn't watch wrestling. I still sometimes will tell people.
You knew them. They were pop culture. Yeah, I wasn't really as intently into wrestling then, but everybody still knew suck it and all that stuff. So yeah.
And if you hear glass break, everybody thinks Steve Austin.
Oh yeah. Look, I keep that as one of my regulars. Okay. Everybody knows what the fuck. That's all you got to play is that much of that, and everybody knows that whole era, what that means. That represents a lot. That's cool. And I was going to try to catch up with you if you ever come down to Baltimore again. You've even come down to Baltimore here a couple times where I'm at for some clubs, right?
Yeah, absolutely. The port's there, and I have a couple of good friends who do shows all the time in your area. I didn't realize that's where you were based out of, Bobby. I'll have to come stop by and say hi.
Well, fuck yeah. Like I told you in our message, man, you just let me know if I happen to see. I saw it on social media when you came the last time. I wasn't able to make it out, but if I'm ever able to make it out, I would definitely come down and try to catch one of your shows, man, so we can get together.
Man. Yeah, absolutely. Andrew, like I said, when I'm in Wisconsin, Scott, where do I got to invite you? We'll hit up all
Southern
the
Illinois.
These areas. Southern Illinois.
Southern Illinois. And I what about he's in the Midwest.
Ain't much there.
It's funny how it's funny how he's not even South, but anywhere that you go where it's Southern, it's still all the Southern people still end up there and all the Southern affects. So yeah.
I kind of feel bad to tell all my comedian friends and everybody who does shows. I feel like I'm begging them to come visit me to do a show because I can't really move and go see them. That's why I asked them, have you been out in my area?
Yeah. Well, the next time I'm here, I'll definitely let you know. If you don't mind me asking, Andrew, how much do you weigh? I had a buddy named Brandon who was in a wheelchair who liked to eat a lot. He weighed 375 pounds, and we used to have to deadlift him and do the
holy shit. Like you staying home, son.
Not that much.
Well, good. Then see,
Andrew looks big. Andrew looks huge, but he's only 4 foot tall.
Oh, okay. Then,
He's
yeah,
only 4 foot tall.
we'll just throw you over like a fireman.
5'3".
5'3".
That's cool.
He's 5'3". He looks huge
Now,
though. He looks like he's over 6 foot.
You do look like a tall individual, Andrew.
He-
So
yeah.
I like that. Girls must love that about you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he definitely has like a huskiness to him. You know, when you see Andrew, he's got a little short buffness to him. All right, well, cool. I'm glad you're here.
He's got big dick energy. That's what I'm feeling.
He's got all that big dick energy. There you go. All right, well, brother. Well, I'm glad you could join us today. I was kind of in the middle of doing the news. You mind sticking around and we'll maybe you can comment?
Absolutely. I was just chilling in the green room. Thanks for having me on. This is awesome.
No, that's cool. Let's do it, man. Yeah. I feel bad making people sit back there and like stare at the camera, wonder when they're going to come in and shit. So I was looking for a way to get you in here.
Well, you guys were all entertaining, so I was just sitting back laughing like I was watching the podcast on a normal day. So it was fun.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you reaching out to me and let me know that you kind of check it out every now and then.
Absolutely. You guys are the best. And
Thanks,
you've built a real family. Not many podcasts can say that. I love the check-in. Sorry, I know we're doing the news, but I love how you do the check-in to start the show. Make sure everybody's feeling good. Let's hit the news story. But it's amazing the podcast you put together. I love all the sound effects. Like in a time where anybody can just hold up their phone and do a podcast, you still put the work in. So
Thanks,
I really
man.
appreciate that, dude. So
I appreciate that when a fellow, content creator kind of can see the little stuff that I put into it. Thanks, man. I do love this, and I do love putting a lot of work into it. And I appreciate you joining us today. Absolutely,
Thank you for having
man.
me. Sorry,
Hell yeah.
enough dick sucking, right, Andrew?
It's never enough for him.
Right? This is how much my mom knows I'm dedicated into this. She was talking about getting me a soundboard.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Taking the big steps, Andrew.
One of the ones you control with your chin, right?
She's the one that brought it up, not me.
That's amazing.
There you go. Andrew's backing up right now. Time for lunch again. But that's cool. For whatever reason, like I make connections with people when I watch these shows, and it's like, okay, I really like this guy, or maybe I don't like this person. But for whatever reason, when I first started seeing you on Compound, and all, I'm like, I'm going to smoke with that guy one day, and I still think it's going to happen one day. Maybe we'll start doing it on screen, but I have a feeling that we're going to get together one day. It's something I always know, so we're gonna make that happen.
Very soon. Yeah, we'll talk on Twitter. Absolutely, buddy.
That's cool, man. Good shit, man. All right, well, let's stay with these news stories. I like doing the alternative news because, like I say, the world's serious enough. So I like doing the wackier news here on BF Live. So in this story, check this out. It says a bizarre UFO-shaped vehicle is stopped by the police in Oklahoma, Missouri. So look, they ain't got shit to do out there.
No.
So there's the car. I'll read the little story, then we'll see what kind of pictures and insight we can take on this. It says an Oklahoma highway patrol trooper had an otherworldly encounter when he pulled over an unusual UFO-shaped vehicle on the highway. The OHP said on social media that Trooper Ryan Van Leck stopped the driving saucer on the Turner Turnpike, say that 10 times, Turner Turnpike, due to an obstructed tag. The two occupants of the unusual vehicle explained that they were en route to a UFO festival in Roswell, New Mexico, of course. It says Van Vleck decided not to issue a citation and instead let the driver and the passenger go with a warning after posing for a couple photos. Hey, but it's not every day you pull over a UFO, so that's what it looked like to him. But yeah, you can imagine being a cop, being 5'0", and then you see this kind of pulling down the road. But out there in the sticks, I imagine they got nothing else better to do, so. But does that too, Bobby? I know you get around the country and all, but so that was kind of a fun little story. So cop pulled over like a UFO driving car, but do you kind of notice that too when you're in different parts of the country that the police give a shit on different levels compared to if it's a city or the country or whatever?
Oh, absolutely. So like I will speed around any city, especially out by any of the ones we live, Baltimore, New York, Chirac for you, Scott. Because the cops got better things to do than pull me over for speeding. Nobody wants to lose their life to issue a citation. When I'm on the back roads in the country, we've all seen My Cousin Vinny. I don't need to get pulled over and deal with that. I don't have a cousin named Vinny. I have a cousin named Britta, and I'm pretty sure she fake graduated law school.
Well, I always calls it the hazard county. Like when I go through like little rural areas, I'm like, oh hell, I'm in hazard county. Let me slow down for like Roscoe comes out and changes the speed on the fucking sign or something. Like that's exactly what I think, and that shit really happens in some of the small towns, like you said, where they have no other high level of crime to go to. So pulling over a car that looks like a UFO is like probably like the biggest thing that happened in that police department that day.
Absolutely. And in a big city, he would get reprimanded for wasting police time. Here, they're like, yo, let me see your pictures of the UFO. That's sick. Go talk to the news. That's awesome. I like it. That's what cops used to be. Like when people go, I love the police. They used to stop and be like, oh, that's cool. Here's your warning. Don't do that again. Get a trailer next year.
Yeah, and he must have been legit about it because now, you know, back like you said, back in the day, the police would just kind of let you go or push you off with a citation. But now with social media, these guys could get in trouble if they actually were doing something wrong. Then you're basically kind of busting yourself out there on social media.
Exactly. Do you play the change the music game depending on where you're getting pulled over at? So like if I'm in the sticks, it's country for sure. I go, Siri, play Toby Keith ASAP. Skip halfway to the song, so it seems like I've been to the playlist.
Beer for my horses, officer. Yeah, what you do? Hey, what you doing?
God bless America. Back to blue, baby. Right? But
Dude, I don't play around. Like the couple times I got pulled over, my ass puckers up. I get my shit out of my box and everything. I turn my air conditioner off, turn all that shit off. I don't mistake it. No hand movements or nothing like that. Like
I know what this beard looks like. If I'm in New York, they're thinking, oh god, here comes 912.
Hey boy, what your kind doing in this area, boy? Where'd that beard? That look awfully ethnic there, boy. You got that ethnic beard there?
Yo, did I do something wrong? Let me say my act of contrition real quick. Heavenly Father, I'm sorry, just prove I'm on the right team.
Hey, you ain't gonna start doing them chants, are you? You ain't gonna start doing that shit, are you? All right, let's see.
Father, Son,
All right, let's see in this next story I got, and this one's kind of blends. So it says a foot model sells wine from grapes crushed with her bare feet for $130 a bottle, guys. So I guess this kind of goes along with like the women who like sell their underwear and like these feet fetish guys. Well, these feet fetish guys want stank feet wine. Let's read a little bit about this. It says an English foot fetish model has launched a limited edition wine by crushing grapes with her feet and selling it to her adoring fans for $128 per pound or 100 pounds. It says the 30-year-old Emily Ray claims that she was contacted by a London-based winery, Renegade Urban Winery, about a collaborative wine project because of her expertise in footwork. The self-described foot fetish icon, who makes a living uploading photos and videos of herself standing in baked beans or squashing birthday cake in between her toes, and you know guys want to eat that shit. Oh my God. For people who are into that kind of stuff, she made her simp wine, good name for it, simp wine, by mastering the ancient technique of stamping on the grapes. Although she is convinced her fans will gladly pay 100 pounds for the taste of her perfect feet, she claimed the wine is worth it because she risked her life to make it. What do you think, Bobby? You buying it?
I would, but not for the foot fetish purposes. It would just be like to give to a girl I was mad at and then be like, hey, by the way, you drank foot fetish wine.
Oh yeah, that's great. I didn't think about that as a kind of a get back on somebody. Yeah, like, hey, please enjoy a glass of wine on me. And then after they savor it, how is it? Does it taste good? You
don't get my fetish? Well, did you enjoy that wine? Now you do.
There you go. You do now. You get a taste of it. Let's see. They were like to take the fireworks later. Let's see. I like to keep up with the chats. Let's see. So many Bobbies exist in this universe. Yes. All the Bobbies. We got Bobby Nick, Bobby Tamburro. That's why I had to call myself Bobby Fran. But you can just call me Bobby. That's all. Got all the Bobbies going here.
Of course.
Too many Bobbies.
And they're all good Bobbies.
That's right. I agree. Hello, Bobby Tamburro, and greetings from the Reverend Wild Bill in Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, nice to meet you, Reverend Wild Bill. And if I get in trouble, I'm calling you.
And you should. Reverend Wild Bill, you might not know this from not being in the show a lot, but Reverend Wild Bill is a very colorful friend who's kind of joined us in the last couple of weeks, and he's had a lot of cool experiences. He's like smoked with Willie.
That's incredible.
Dude has smoked with Willie. He's had access to a barbershop, and you know, a lot of people know a lot of people coming through town with the barbershop, and then he knows a couple of the right kind of police, and he's been backstage at a couple key moments. So Wild Bill, he has a lot of cool stories, the Reverend does.
That's incredible. If I'm ever in Atlanta, Rev, I'd love to smoke with you. It'd be an honor to smoke through Willie tangentially like that.
Oh, I like the way. The unibrow is the sign of being a werewolf. Just saying. Woo. There you go. That's why I shave Let's see. The Terry Nee says Quad was busting on Andrew's ride. Was he really? It comes down to that. Your hoopty. He was cracking on your wheelchair, Andrew. He was like 100%. Look at that piece of shit Andrew got. 100%. It's a piece of shit, Andrew. Fucking wheelchair. Busting on your ride, huh? Kelton Rest is saying, WTF, what the fuck? Underwater demolition sounds fun, Wild Bill. America loves you, Bobby. Well, we can all take that one. America loves us. There you go.
Thank you so much.
FQF, that's F Quad Father. Let's see. Hoya, the Bobby Tamburro. Are you familiar with the new internet sensation, Hoya?
No, what is that? Help me out.
I will help you out. Coming right up. You can get a Hoya.
Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya?
That's a
Hoya
Hoya.
to you too, Space Nerd.
So
Thank
it's
you.
turned into like a kind of viral, kind of our little kind of inside club greeting thing, man. Fun shit.
I love it. Hoya, all around.
I gotta refresh my page.
Refresh them shit. Do it. All right. Bobby Tamburro reminds me I need to wear my Team USA breakdancing shit. All right. Well, uh-oh. You break out the cardboard, huh?
Dude, this was my best find of the year so far. Hollister for $50. It's a Team USA sweatshirt. I want to buy one in Atlanta because they have like the 96 version, and then on the back put "It's the bomb."
I remember that. Good reference. I know that one. Yes. Oh, I put William Jewell on the back of it too, right?
Let's put Andrew. Photoshop him in.
Blame Andrew. No words. We got her done. Oh, look at the lovely Stormy's checking in. And I know you know Stormy because she's
Stormy,
always
welcome
hanging out.
aboard. She's the best.
She's always promoting you guys and hanging out in the Pat Oates show chat, the POS chat, which we'll talk about a little bit more. Hoya to Stormy from Space Nerd. Send Bobby Nick the link. Bobby Overload. That's right. Well, Bobby Nick does have the link. He has it every day, but he's probably been up real late with Jason Bardo. Them guys stay up to the wee hours in the morning. I imagine he'll be joining us soon. And because we don't have enough Bobbies. We need a third Bobby on the screen. Stormy Hoya from the Red Wild Bill. Good afternoon, Stormy from the Big Boss. LOL, Big Boss. Stormy is saying hello to everyone. Stormy getting love from Kahuna Nui. And look, specifically to our friend, Bobby Tamburro, you're getting the shout out from Stormy.
Stormy.
Yeah, I
Good to
see
you. It's like I came to your home turf this time. Normally you're on mine. I feel
That
all
is-
out of my element.
That is kind of, this is
Do-
Stormy's
do-
home turf for sure. Yes, Scott.
Do you know my relation to Stormy by chance?
Are you her father? I saw that as
Yes,
the-
sir.
Stormy, I am your
wow.
father.
You look significantly younger, Scott.
Thank you. That's what I think. I'll be 30. I'll be 38 this month.
Yeah, right.
we
Maybe a
can
hair
make
will
this
be. Now, actually, Scott won't tell you this, and I won't out the exact number, but we're all kind of older guys. But we like to say, Bobby, man, is that this world is kind of too serious, bro. So me and Scott share the same kind of mentality, and I think you do too, man. That life is too serious to be serious every day, man. We only get one good ride on this planet, so we have fun, and we keep all that stress and all that tension out of our lives, man. Fuck the bullshit.
Well, if I would have learned that before I lost all my hair, I would have been.
Well, I didn't say it helped me. I mean, there's a reason I'm wearing a hat too, there, buddy. So you know.
But you guys look great, and you're absolutely right. The world's angry all the time. Why not laugh?
That's
you
it, man.
can choose to be angry. You can choose to be happy.
And
you know,
we
it's
have a
rough,
theory. It wears on your soul, man. It makes you start feeling that shit. You start living that hate and all that shit. Can't do that.
Exactly. And there's like you wake up every day, and it's like, what are we mad about today?
Yep.
Or
Yep.
you wake up and go, what makes me giggle today? Let's talk about that. Let's focus on that. Because at the end of the day, you're gonna die someday, and it doesn't
That's
really
right.
matter what you do in between here and then.
Yep. So we're making the most of it, having a lot of fun. Andrew the Goat is you got friend Elvis Rodriguez. Thank you very much. He's joining us from the Andrew the Giant 96 channel. I'll bring him back in because sometime there he's back. There you go.
I had to refresh my page because my computer was all zoomed in and I couldn't fix it myself, so I had to open a new tab.
Control Alt Delete. Control Alt Delete next time, Andrew. Try that. I think I'll smoke some Space Hulk. Cheers. Andrew's getting the love. Kel cheers and Stormy cheers from Donkey Kongington. Donkey Kongington, puff, puff, pass. We'll have to have an on-screen smoke sesh. He said here, just a here. Cheers, Donkey Kongington. Space Hulk, sweet. The Reverend says the strain I'm smoking is called God's Gift, and it is. LOL. What do you think about all these names, Bobby?
So
all these weed names they got nowadays.
When it's actually real, it helps. Like when you know, like I just bought something called Granddaddy Perp. It is not Granddaddy Perp. We've all smoked that. We know what that strain tastes like. It used to be the old school. You know what I mean? So when it's like that and it helps, great. When I was going to the dispensary all the time, like the medical dispensary, I could know there was one strain in particular. It hit you like an Adderall. Like you were focused, you'd get work done. You weren't necessarily happy, but you were zoned in. And I was like, all right, this is great if I need to get work done. But now that everybody's making up their own strains, and you're like, last time I bought this, it was orange, and now it's purple. You go, that's where you start to. So if people could be honest about it, it'd be great. But it feels like at this point, it's just coming up with crazy names to get people to buy shit.
It is. And we've talked about like Scott, he goes to his dispenser and he gets on here with some of these crazy packaging. And I had the one, bro, that looked like a Grand Theft Auto. It was in like a plastic case. You open up the case and the CD was like the bag with the weed in it. And like Scott says, it had to add like $10 to the price of the weed.
Oh, absolutely. Do you guys know Kafer on here?
We hear Kafer, and Bob loves Kafer cookies and all that stuff.
Yeah, he grows. He's won the Cannabis Cup, like second place twice now. His strains, like if I buy from him, I know I'm getting a strong indica or a strong sativa, and you don't want to screw those up. Like if you're getting ready to get work done and you smoke the indica by accident, you're going to sleep.
Well, I must say I have no edible game, Bobby. I've never messed with the edibles yet, and because I hear like Shuli would go, and Shuli's a prolific smoker, and he get around some people and go, man, somebody gave me an edible and it fucked up my day, and I'm like, man, if Shuli can get fucked up being ahead like that, I want to really wait until they're kind of more measured, which I think they are now.
Oh, I think so too, especially like the marketed brands.
Talk to my doctor. They don't want me smoking weed, so they're persuading me to do edibles, and I'm like, nah, I'd rather smoke.
Hey, take it any way you can get it, Andrew. If you get your doctor recommended edibles or something like that, I would run with that, brother.
Hell
that way
yeah.
you can do it on the down low, and people won't be coming in your room trying to, hey, Andrew, give me some of that. What you got, buddy? Come on,
man.
Point.
Keep it on the down low.
How often a day do you smoke, Andrew? I'm gonna be Dr. Rob here with my weed.
He doesn't really get to smoke.
I don't.
Yeah. He might have had one of his people, one of his helpers, maybe sneak him a pen every now and then. And maybe when he went to the baseball game, he got a little drag every now and then. So he gets his little things in when he can every now and then.
So there you go. Edibles just fly under the radar. They're just gonna be like, Andrew feels particularly goofy today. They'll never know.
Andrew had to come through one day going, who the fuck took my brownies? Find the high motherfucker in the house. It was you, wasn't it? Give me my brownies back, bitch.
That's why you need
Kellner S says, I'm not sure what the proper etiquette is here. Well, we don't have proper etiquette. But if one of the guests is licking his own hand, am I not supposed to say anything? I mean, I want to be treated as equals. Well, if Bobby's licking his hand, you can tell us that Bobby's licking. Oh, no, it was Andrew, maybe. Okay. I thought it was Bobby. Andrew? Yeah, no, it's all good here. Andrew is a prolific podcaster. If you don't know Andrew does a No Filter with Andrew and Friends. He does it on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Andrew broke into this game by knowing Shuli Egar, getting to know him, because when Shuli made his switch from Sirius to doing his solo thing, he was out looking for people, and he found Andrew, made him his sports guy. So Andrew's been around this game basically longer than a lot of us, Bobby.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Andrew, did you ever check out the Davey Max Sports program? Maybe we could have you on one time. That's a podcast I produce where we talk some sports.
I was watching you the other day.
Perfect.
We'll talk after the show, and I'll recommend some good edibles for you.
I was watching that the other day when you were talking. What do you have? You were talking about the you had chiggers on there and talking about the hot dog eating contest, right? He's going to enter that. I said chiggers.
Yeah, I think he just
George
Chigger. Dead Red himself, or Big Red himself.
Yes, buddy.
Also, we got to talk about bringing our show back dude.
Yeah, we'll talk about bringing sports heads. Yeah, but like I said, I do this 5 days a week, buddy. So I would love to do it, but I'm having a hard time finding an extra minute. Did you already? I already saw that they they already crowned apparently a women's champion this morning. What do you think about that whole hot dog eating contest on Coney Island, Bobby?
Oh, fuck.
I mean, I love it. It's America to me. I think in the past few years, it's gotten a little too serious.
Did
where
you
people-
hear the all-time champion band?
Yeah, Joey Chestnut, right, Andrew?
Yeah.
Look,
Did you know that a hot dog almost killed Andrew last year?
That is true. That is true. And Andrew choked on a hot dog during one of the shows. This one says Mika Sudo wins her 10th Nathan's famous hot dog eating contest. Look, I mean, they have wrestling belts for this shit, Bobby. Going on what you're saying about how carried away they're getting with this shit, or how it's gotten the last couple of years.
Absolutely. Like, everybody wants to see Chestnut, even if he
Yep.
signed a vegan deal. Go fucking make an exception.
Yeah,
You know?
so I like Joey, and I will say, like him, I just like the whole all the spectacle that they put around it. You know, I think a couple years ago we were probably all sitting home innocently one day on the 4th of July. I happened to click on ESPN, and I'm like, "What is this show?" Right? And you see the guy in the straw hat, and he's like announcing it like it's this big wrestling event, and they're bringing the guys out on the stage, and it's this whole production. And I was just like laughing out of fascination, like, what are they? They're carrying on like this for a hot dog eating competition. It's just so funny.
Absolutely. And they work on their characters year round. They build the rivalries. So there are people who follow this professional eating tour all around the country and like each weekend standing. And it's
Yeah,
fun
and the
to
fact
watch.
and the fact that he's signed to like Major League Eating or something like that, he is like actually contracted, and that's affecting his ability to in what he participates in. I mean, that is just crazy. But I think we've all heard by now that the whole vegan thing. Now, I will say this is kind of like showing up to a NASCAR race with a Tesla,
What?
bro. You know, I
What
don't
is
know. I
it
mean,
doing?
I like Joey and all, but I don't know about this whole introducing the whole vegan thing to the show.
So from what George said, it would basically sounded like they don't like if you sign with any other food brand, Nathan's itself.
I would imagine that, right? In general, just commerce-wise and company-wise and promotion-wise, yeah, nobody wants, whether it's another meat or a vegan thing, yeah.
And so I think what Joey's argument was, well, it's not meat. It's a completely entirely different thing. And he was hoping he could work at both. But basically his deal was up and they offered him quadruple the money that Nathan's offered. So I don't know the lifespan of a professional eater. I mean, so I would imagine like it, within the career, like, is it like a football running back in the NFL? Do we get 3 good seasons out of you and then you're done? Because then if that's the case, get your money. But I do think the big Netflix thing is going to be huge. Him versus Kobayashi. I think you're going to see about half the audience. Are you going to tune in?
It should be going down today, right? I think they're trying to schedule it the same day. Like it's going to be today.
Well, then I got to go.
There you go. At least that was my impression, that they were going to kind of try to counter program it, but maybe that's not the case.
I thought I saw September, which would be,
Okay.
I think, a brilliant move by Netflix, just to be like, hey, that holiday where nobody really does anything impactful, we're going to try to take that over with your idea.
Maybe. Or what we can do, they could do that as like the opening bill or whatever for the Mike Tyson fight, maybe that's kind of been shifted. I was looking forward to that, man.
I think Tyson's got him. I think that's why they made a big deal out of this and they're like, let's give him a little more time.
Everybody wants to see this guy like get his ass beat by somebody. But I must say that these guys, these Paul brothers, they really do, they really do train up for their stuff. When they wrestle or when they box, these guys, they really do, they take it serious. It's not like they're just in there clowning around.
No, exactly. And they have all the money and the time in the world. So why not
I
get good at
think-
something?
Here's my prediction. Tyson will knock him out in 30 seconds.
I think that's what a lot of people would like to see that. But that's how those fights went back in the day, Andrew. Me and Scott talk about this a lot. We used to get like all of our popcorn and get our beer and our weed and get everything assembled, and you just barely get over to your friend's house and you put everything away and you put it away, and before you know it, after the first round of the fight, they're like, hey, guess what, guys? The fight is over. Mike Tyson, first round knockout, and you'd pay there's $59.99 down the drain for one round, Scott, right? That shit was crazy.
Yep.
Also, did you hear an AEW wrestler just had a stroke?
No. Who was it?
I'll have to pull it up.
Okay. I was raised on wrestling, says Wild Bill, but that was back in the 50s, 60s, and 70s with my grandmother. There was no cussing back on TV then. That was something that I didn't realize, Bobby, when I was coming up, is that a lot of my the grandparent kind of relatives, they were mad into the wrestling game back in these days, man. I didn't realize that.
I didn't realize the breadth either. So my first real foray into the old school wrestling before it got united was Andy Kaufman.
Yes.
Right. And that's then I learned about that beautiful history there.
Wanting to wrestle all the women.
He did the women, and then he eventually fought, what was his name? I'm
The
blanking now.
Crusher.
And Jerry the King Lawler, right?
Lawler, yeah. The Crusher.
The Crusher.
Yeah.
Great Wisconsin wrestler.
See, Andrew knows his shit. Great Wisconsin wrestler. The Crusher. There you go. Andrew, turn your subtitles on. No, let me see. LOL, kill. You have something else, Bob?
People give me shit because wrestling's fake, but I'm a wrestling head.
Have you ever considered saying, I used to wrestle and look at me, tell me it's fake now?
Tell me it's fake. Tell me. Look, you son of a bitch.
I'm the original Stone Cold. Look what happened.
You know, I'm going to put this up here, but I've already asked this question, and we're going to make this happen, and I'm sure hopefully Bobby will be open to this, but someone says Bobby T needs to be on Replayables. You know it, bro.
I love Chris. Chris is the man. So
fuck yeah, man. And I
just shoot a DM.
As I was talking to you on social media, I was telling Chris, I'm like, man, we got to get Bobby on Replayables for sure, man. We do that shit on Wednesdays and Saturdays, bro. So whatever day works out better for you, we would love to have you on one night.
Agree with it already. Look at the chat.
Look at what chat?
Chris is in the chat saying, hell yes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
We'll
Okay.
work it out sometime soon. I
Yes,
love both
absolutely.
you guys. I didn't realize, I forgot you were doing it with him. So that's amazing.
Yeah, man, it's a crazy world, and that's why I kind of wanted to slow down and kind of get you on here, because I see it. You're out there doing your shit. I'm out here doing my shit, but I wanted to make a time to get with you, so I'm glad we did.
Thank you so much for having me.
The Cutter Jib is saying, happy Monday, my ninjas. Watch your mouth. The guy was like, I got to pull this ship over. Yes, talking about the UFO. Speed traps, a wide spot in the road, and a lot of those down here in the south. That's right. That's Hazard County down there in Georgia, Wild Bill. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, hey, change that over to 45. Get them city slickers coming through here. Hey. Hoya, Jim. All right, enough with the banjo. Let's see. Hey, Space Nerd. Hope all is well with you, brother. Okay? Yeah, get some rest. The Big Boss is saying, hey there, Jib. Happy 4th of July. And while Bill says, just remember, if you get pulled over, always put your hands on top of the steering wheel. That's a more you know, for sure. Hell yeah, man. I turn the radio off. I'm like front and center. That's a more you know.
I usually put the keys with it. That's what Talib taught me.
That Talib taught you? Is that what you said?
Talib Starks from Compound. He was like, if you do that, you'll never have an issue.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, man. So let's see. The Cutter Jib says, same to you, Big Boss Man. Decided to sleep in this morning. $130 foot wine. Give me the Boone's Farm Strawberry Hill for under $5. We've all been in the Boone's Farm, right? We've all visited the farm, Bobby. I see you shaking.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Now what I like to do is buy one classy bottle for like a month, and then you just fill it with the $5. Nobody knows the difference unless they're a real wine snob, and you don't want that in your life anyway.
You are so right, man. They wouldn't know the difference between the foot wine and Strawberry Hill, no doubt. Let's see. Yeah, so I mean, I know it's been talked about a lot, and maybe it's like picking an old scab and all, but you mentioned the compound thing, and I know some people probably know you for that and all, but you kind of got out of that situation early before the recent shutdown and all, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So about February, I think March is when I was done, but yeah, that's when I left and was let go. It kind of seemed like at this point they did me a favor that I got let go instead of,
I've had this happen a couple select times in my life too, where you think you're getting kicked off the ship early, and then you're like, oh, maybe somebody was out looking out for me, and maybe you avoided kind of what's happening now and all. So you had a head start of what everybody else is dealing with right now.
Absolutely. And more importantly, like looking back, no ill will, like nothing but the best of times there. Like I met Eastside Dave, who I still do projects with and has become one of my best friends in this. Pat Oates and I met there. Steve and I got to do a show. I got to do my game shows, like learn more about the business from people who have done what I want to do in it than anybody. Aaron Berg's taken me under his wing more than, and just things like that would have never happened. And, even being let go, no ill will towards Anthony at all. Like
Yeah.
I knew he didn't want to be disturbed, and I caused the disturbance. That's that's at
Well,
the
but
end
a lot
of
of
the day,
people
that's
been
reality.
a lot of people have been seeing this writing on the wall for a while, and that everybody saw and knew when Ant moved down to the south that he wasn't going to really need that space no more. So I guess everybody at least probably had in the back of their mind that look, there might be an end coming soon to this.
Absolutely, and like all good things, right? I mean,
Yep.
if you think about any of the iterations of the Opie and Anthony show, I don't know if you guys were fans, but none of them lasted as long as Compound,
Hey,
really.
No ill will for Shuli.
There you go.
Exactly. Shuli's the man. Everybody loves
Let
Shuli.
me go. Letting sports go off the network.
Yeah, so that's what I like talking about on here, and Bobby, because we grew up like Stern heads, like me and Scott and all. A lot of us are Stern heads, but what we're finding out here in this kind of mixed world is that people like you are from the Opie and Anthony background. That we got some Bubba people in here, we got Stern people in here, and we're kind of mixing all these worlds and references. So I like to go back every now and then. I'll play some old Stern bits that maybe a lot of people didn't see that I kind of grew up with. But Stern was kind of scorched earth, and he was like, "Fuck Opie and Anthony." Any competition, he was like, they suck. Before you even listened to him or heard them, he just instantly taught you that they sucked right away.
That was what he was great at, and I think the difference that Opie and Anthony had, as opposed to Stern, or most of Stern's enemies, was they were sitting there like, no, we want the fight. Like and Stern didn't want to fight anymore. Like he was at a point in his career where he had moved on to other things. But so I was in college. My roommate knew I liked stand-up comedy and was like, "Oh, this guy Patrice, he's on my buddy Opie, or my show I listened to, Opie and Anthony." So I started checking that out, and then Ron and Fez is really the universe I fell in love with. Those guys created something that was completely show-based chaos. It honestly has a very big feel to your vibe, where they had a live chat going in Pal Talk where, the regular fans were popping up and you don't know what's quite real, what's quite fake. I really liked guys like Big A, who the bit Opie wrote for him was he read the news and stuttered through it, and it was rough. They would treat like the coolest guy in the room. Like he got the rock star treatment on Ron and Fez. So the joke was always Fez got mad. Everybody loved Big A better than him. And it's, it just creates a whole
great dynamic you can fuck with. Yeah.
And truly, because real quick, Andrew, real quick.
Hey, let me finish up, Bob. Let me finish up.
No, you're good. Just give me 1 second. So one of the beauties of Compound is that I met Eastside Dave, and now we get to do a show where he goes back and breaks down the stories that I re-listened to on Ron and Fez. So I get to ask him all this stupid, annoying questions, and it literally grew out of me listening to old episodes, being like, "Hey, what was really going on here?" He's like, "We should just do this as a podcast."
That's awesome because our friends Hack Ride and DJ Electro, who you might see on some of these shows, they just started a series last week called Unboxing Eric, and they're unboxing Eric the midget, the small midget guy on the Stern show who was in the wheelchair, right?
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Andrew, I'm sorry I interrupted, buddy.
No, go ahead, Andrew.
Stern was the first platform for sex workers to get out there.
Oh yeah.
We all thank him for that.
Andrew is pro sex worker and pro sex in general, so he just wanted to make that clear. Yes,
you and me both, my man.
Andrew wants to form a union and be the head of that union. I think
they are not prostitutes; it's actually work.
See,
yeah,
he's trying to class it up so they don't feel so bad about coming over and fucking him.
For real, I'm not saying that because
you want them to come over and sit on you. No, sure, right. I see. Our friend Kellner S says Bobby's World. Yeah, so didn't really start called out Bobby's World. You had a different title to that show when you did that on Compound, right?
Yeah, so it started out Bobby's World, then it became Bobby's Universe, and it was just a sketch show. And it was my way of highlighting some of the younger guys I knew, not younger, but maybe smaller names, like guys from the Harrisburg area that you guys haven't heard of, but are killers every Friday night, like Mike O'Donnell and Manny. And then a couple of the Jersey guys like Jesse and Pedro. I love those guys. Everything they do is hilarious. So let me steal a little of your shine.
Yeah. Yeah. So I did see a couple episodes of that when you were doing it. And I always enjoyed, like I said, I enjoyed like the kind of the in-between vibe that you guys had on like the dump and everything when you guys were just hanging out, before Gino's show and all that stuff. I really enjoyed that.
Absolutely.
It made a lot of fun.
I think Steve and Garrett are doing their show now. Every day, and I'm wish them the best. I hope everything goes well for them. Those are two very hilarious individuals, and sometimes it was just fun just to see what Steve had on his mind and just let him go. So
yeah, he's definitely a colorful thinker and a colorful talker. And yes, I have caught a couple of the new episodes that they're kind of starting out on the Chrissy Network, trying to build up the awareness, let everybody know that they're kind of out there and starting to do their own thing.
Very nice. So nothing but the best for those boys. I hope they crush it.
Absolutely, man. So we support them too. Uh-oh. Andrew, what that was. Stormy says, can anyone sign up to sell wine like this? It puts the lotion on. Let's see. Can anyone sign up and sell the wine like this? Asking for a friend, says Stormy. Hey, Stormy, look, please. You have a little social media footprint. So I'm sure if you throw in my chat that Stormy was selling bottles of wine for $50, about $100 a bottle, you're going to get takers, no doubt, Stormy. Asking for that friend. Here's another lovely friend checking in. It's the lovely DJ Electra. She's saying, hey, BF, Scott, Andrew, Bobby T, and the chat family. That's our great friend, DJ Electra. She does shows with our friend, Hack Ryder.
Yeah.
Happy Monday, Electra. Made about 20 gallons of blackberry wine by stomping blackberries in a 55-gallon plastic barrel when I was about 16. That shit was great. Everyone loved that stank feet wine. I added the stank feet to it. Got to be stank feet. You're 16. Jumping in some wine. The Red Wild Bill says, Bobby T, hi, H-I-G-H. It would be my pleasure to partake with you, sir. Have you ever come to Atlanta?
I would love that. I will
like
let you
partake.
know.
Yeah. But what do you, let's see, I live in a state where it's kind of legal now, so that's kind of what's going on here. Are they legal where you're at, or?
So in New York, it's legal.
you go.
In PA, it's not. It's medical still, but what are you going to do?
So Scott and I talked about how this whole legal thing has changed the dynamic. Because Scott, you said that part of the fun or the mystique of smoking was kind of the sneak of it, right?
Yeah, I guess some people don't like paranoia and anxiety or whatever, but I guess that's part of the buzz for me. Whenever I think I'm going to get in trouble, I thought I got a little better buzz back then or something. I don't know.
You are spot on, dude. I was in Myrtle Beach where it is still like feloniously illegal. Like anything over an eighth is considered a felony with intent to sell. And it's like, I'm here for a week. You think I'm not going to go through an eighth? Come on.
Exactly. Yeah. So now I find when I go to different states now that it's legal here, you got to figure out what state you're going in, what their laws, and if you got to play it, you got to go back to your old school ways. So I don't know if I'll ever break my old school ways of doing it on the down low and never letting anybody kind of seeing what you're up to, right? You got to keep it like that.
I call that smoker's etiquette. Like if you're smoking in a legal state and you see a cop, you should hide it. He will appreciate that.
Yeah.
And I was laughing. So the last night I'm there, I rolled a fat joint. I was like, I don't know if I can fly with this weed. Normally, if it's a legal state to legal state, I don't give a shit. But I was like, I don't want to get busted at this. So roll up a fatty, and I go to roll in, and I get back to the apartment. I go a little bit of ways. I'm discreet about it. I'm blowing it straight into the air, so you wouldn't know where exactly. I come back, and there's 6 cop cars sitting outside of the complex.
They're here for me. I fucking knew it.
I'm panicking.
Yeah, I'll be the same thing. Like, fuck, they all totaled me. Go ahead, Scott.
So
that's a good time. That's a good time. I missed that feeling.
There you go.
100%. So I sneak past them. They go, oh, one of the elevators is out. And I realize I reek of weed. So I run up to the room. The person I'm staying with is out on the balcony. I come out and she's like, what's up? And I'm like, nothing. And I've been here for the past 3 hours. If anybody asks.
And that weed smell in the air is not me.
I am higher than I've been in a decade because this is fun again. So you're 100% spot on, Scott.
But there's a camaraderie that's always existed among weed smokers, and I always felt obligated. Like when you're at a concert or out of town thing, and a person that is in the know comes up and hits you up, and they go, "Hey man, can I have a little of that? Or you got a little something?" I didn't bring mine. It's almost it was a club. It was an obligation, right? You had to hear, yes, you're down, you're in the club. Here, have some. But now it's all getting like cigarettes to where it's almost going to be like, no, bro, just go to the store and get your own. I don't know. It's kind of taking away some of the club fun of it, if you will.
Absolutely. I was, like I said, I was at that comedy club. The door guy heard that how illegal it was in Myrtle and was like, hey, do you need me to get you some? And it was just like, oh man, you're a real friend. That's the test.
Yeah, so that's the whole thing now. We got all these gray areas, but it's going the right way. I never thought I'd ever see it legal in any kind of state or any way in my lifetime, bro, the way it was going. I don't know.
Not at all. And I started when it was still illegal pretty much everywhere other than Colorado.
Oh, yeah. They wanted the first one, yeah.
Yeah, and I had a friend who moved out there because she loved weed that much. And she came back and was like, it sucks. It's super expensive. This is never going to work. And then overnight, pretty much everywhere.
Damn. There you go.
We'll have a lot of...
Go ahead, Andrew.
Not legal here.
It's not legal there. All right. Well, let's see. We're done talking about the regular news, but I got a couple topics and just kind of open topics I want to talk about. I want to bring this up. This is kind of something I think that went viral overnight. Other than she has a name for herself, I really wouldn't give too many F's about this. But this one says it's a developing story, folks. The former Nickelodeon star JoJo Siwa went on a profanity-filled rant after she was booed while on stage. And then the quote, I'll read the quote, you'll probably hear it, but let's see in case you can't understand what she's saying. Siwa says, who the living fuck just booed me? The provocative lesbian has been working very hard to rebrand from her Nickelodeon days, but she has been getting trolled relentlessly on the internet since her Karma music video where she revealed her signature dance. So let's watch a little bit of this and see what happened. I'm gonna say whoever booed her was the person that had the most common sense in the crowd. But let's see for ourselves. Let's see this.
Who the living fuck just booed me? Where the fuck did that come from?
I will kick your ass.
Which one of you?
I will fuck you up.
Which one of you? Respectfully, fuck you.
Oh, that's very nice. I don't know. So there you go. So what do you think about this? It seems like she's like being overly sensitive. You have to imagine that most of the people that are there were there to see her, but she must have just keyed in on a couple of the ooh to the boos, man.
It felt Kid Bop punk rock to me. Like
Kid Bop punk rock. Oh, very good. That's right. That's how you
see the way you see the way the dance troupe was gathering behind her.
Yeah, they had their wrist all flared out. They were like really upset. Those wrists were flying out. They're like, "Do you see my wrist out in this direction? That means I'll scratch your eyes out, motherfuckers. You don't come for JoJo like that. You don't fucking do that." Yeah, they was pissed.
If you watch the dude, he actually goes, "We're not gonna have to fight, right?"
Yeah, right. Like, I'll sachet Shantae on your ass. You do not want me to come at you, girlfriend. Yeah. Sissy fine to be like slapping people and shit. We'll fuck you up in the name of JoJo.
Acting like a little bitch girl who didn't get her way.
It is. It was like, yeah, like all these people are cheering for me, but how dare any one of you have a different opinion or boo or something? So there you go. It's just, but what do you think of that girl? I got to know her. Like my family would watch the Dance Moms, and she was like famous for the scrunchies, I think, or all that stuff. It was crazy how she even got to fame in the first place.
We know at this point the damage that being a child star is.
Mm-hmm.
We are now learning the damage of being a reality child star.
Yeah.
This is like the first generation of kids who were stars of kids shows because she was the Dance Moms kid, right? And now we're seeing her spiral, and I hope it's not the Britney Spears one. Like I hope she learns how to be the Miley Cyrus where she finds her own path, but I think she's going down a dark road of mental illness, and it starts in the family.
Yes, it does. It comes in the DNA, I like to say. But as far as Britney goes, I like to say after the fact, I think Dad was right. I think Dad was kind of right on Britney.
Oh, yeah. I think even if he wasn't right about how he treated her, he was right that somebody should be in charge.
Yeah, right, exactly. Like you can question the moves that he was doing in order to protect her, but I don't think any of us can dispute after seeing some of her videos that there's some trouble. She's troubled and she needs some help, and I think Dad was doing his best to try to hold on, to whatever sanity she had left.
1,000,000%, and it got too strict, and I don't know how deep into the conspiracy you guys get on here, but the whole one about Jamie Spears, his other daughter, having the Nickelodeon dude's kid.
Oh yeah, well I've heard that kind of come out of that whole Nickelodeon Studios thing and that produced Dan Schneider or whatever, right?
Yeah, exactly. So
that whole situation.
I wonder if the dad was like, "Look, I don't care what you do, just give me the money, give me control, and we'll make sure you're set for life. Like you don't want to end up like your sister."
Well,
you know
and then after a while, she becomes a machine that even the dad can't stop. Like I think she had the residency in Vegas or whatever, to where she probably wanted to get off of this ride at some point, and at some point, the machine wouldn't let her off, and I think she snapped, bro. I think she knew she had no control over her life or her timing, what she could do, any say in it. I think she lost her shit. That's my theory on that.
Agree more.
Well, Bobby, it is like 2:00. Typically, I'm here till 3-ish, brother. I hope you stay around the whole time. But I know Scott, he's probably doing the pee-pee dance back there. Typically, halfway through the show, we had to build a piss break into the show because I never even stopped. think and take a piss. So why don't we do this? I got about a 2.5 minute piss break clip I'm gonna run right here. Everybody can go grab something, go take a piss. Shit, if you have to, you ain't gotta tell us. Drink, smoke, laugh, and joke, whatever you gotta do. Come back in 2.5 minutes with more with Bobby Tamburro and more fun here on BF Live. But right now, I think I need a piss break.
I think I need a piss break. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I'll do the pee-pee dance, pee-pee dance. Yeah. Think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think I need a piss break. I do the pee-pee dance. I do the pee-pee dance. Yeah. I think I need a piss break. Oh yeah. I'll do the pee-pee dance. Oh, watch me now. I'll do the pee-pee dance. Come on, give it to me, that pee-pee break. DJ, hook it up. Drop that beat. Yeah. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Yeah. Watch me now. Pee-pee breakdown, pee-pee breakdown. Break it down, pee-pee, yeah. Think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Oh, yeah. Wash your hands. Don't be gross. I know you touched your pee-pee.
I touched it, but you cannot. We're back. It's BF Live. We're here with our guest, Bobby Tamburro. Got to be back in a minute. Yeah. So, Bobby, you guys, you and Pat do the POS show basically pretty much every morning now, right?
So we actually just switched into the afternoons. Pat got a new job, so we're doing every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday at 3:30. Thursday we do a Patreon only thing. Who knows what time that'll be? We did it at like 10 today. So
that's cool, man. And POS, I've always enjoyed the kind of angle that you kind of bring to the story, that whole angle about who's the piece of shit in the story. Because until I've really heard kind of Pat do this, I've always kind of like seen stories for like what they were. Like, let's say, for example, like the Hawk 2 girl. I don't know if you've done like the Hawk 2 girl yet. Everybody knows about the Hawk 2 girl, right? Oh boy, here comes Andrew. He's hot about the Hawk 2 girl.
Actually quit her job over this shit, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Bob.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, she's the hot 15 seconds of fame right now, right?
Yeah, so that blew up. That went so viral over a couple weekends ago, Bobby, that I said I have nothing to add to this. I really don't think everybody knows the Hawk 2 girl, but yeah, they've done her with the Iron Sheik and all that stuff. And then I did a news report where they said like the week after this went viral, she made like 65 G's for like selling merch, bro, and like posing for photos and shit.
Absolutely, and honestly, God love it.
Yeah, only in America, as Don King would say, right?
Yeah, she did something.
Andrew, look behind you.
Oh, Andrew's getting some care right now. You need to go off the screen there, buddy?
No.
Okay.
I'm just getting my drinks.
All right, getting your drinks in.
There you go. Anything else?
Yeah, so she went viral. She's doing her thing, and then I think she like ended up on a stage, like singing at a concert or something like that.
Yeah, I guess it's is it Luke Bryan, the country star?
Yeah.
His wife works for Barstool, and she was doing the interview show where the girl went viral. So she's been doing like all Barstool stuff. She gets to be on stage at the Luke Bryan show, but she did something everybody enjoyed. It wasn't political. It was just cute, and we all laugh. We all know what it means. And so God love her. She should get some money. She brought us all together for once. It wasn't a divisive story. It's exactly what we look for. It's just something everybody can get behind, right?
But you know yourself, brother, that like you said, even if you cure cancer, somebody will find a reason to hate on something. Even if it's like one of the most best non-offensive things, somebody will. But this is one of the many things that they did, but I thought this one was pretty funny of all the shit that they've done. I like this one.
Oh, you gotta give him that huck.
There you go. I like that one. So did you guys already cover this, Annie? Because I know, like, you would ask, for example, like, who's the piece of shit here? Is she the piece of shit for being out there doing it and exposing it? Are we the pieces of shit because we're listening to it, or what have you? So I love that angle on like any particular story. So what if you had to do the piece of shit here? Like, who would you think the piece of shit is here in with this Hawk 2 girl?
So for me, the piece of shit is like the people who want her canceled. Want her done. Want her 15 minutes to end. It'll happen naturally. Like, she's got all these development deals now, and it's the tide's starting to turn. Like, oh, she won't have a second hit of fame. But for me, the piece of shit is anybody who doesn't give her that shot. We can hate her when whatever she does next sucks. But until then, let's give her open judgment, right? Like, who knows? Maybe she is hilarious. Maybe she's like Andrew. She's trapped in a small town, never gets out. But given a moment to shine, people are going to be like, we need more Andrew. Right?
Give her time to spit on that thing, and you never know what she might do for you.
Exactly. And if not, then go into porn, whatever you have to do. But you've done something that people enjoy for the time being, and why do we need to hate right away? Let's just enjoy it and ride the wave. We'll see what happens. The Hawk 2 wave.
I like that. And we'll be on to something next week. But I like you guys. We kind of did a little kind of mini version of that. But I like when you, Pat, like really sit there and you'll go kind of in depth on whether various pop culture story and like, well, no, maybe this is the person is the piece of shit. And I'll find myself really sitting there going, what am I the piece of shit in this one? Or who is exactly the piece of shit in some of these stories?
Oh, absolutely. My favorite one so far has been.
Hang on, Andrew.
My favorite one so far has been the Charlotte the Stingray story. Have you talked about this at all?
No, please elaborate.
There's a woman named Brenda in the sticks of North Carolina. She has an aquarium that she started in her kitchen sink. Like, tell me you're barren without saying you're barren. We get it. But eventually she had a stingray who she announced was pregnant, and there's no male stingrays. So it was this news story. Everybody was so excited. Is it a Jesus stingray? No, it's a self-cloning stingray. That's so cool. Week goes by. There's no news. And then it becomes, the coffee shop in town has a coconut flavored tea named after her. And then, the pet shop in town just had baby lizards. Everybody's going to see that because Charlotte won't give birth. And then it came out that Charlotte just had a disease, and then Charlotte died. And from the beginning, I called that it was all fake. Like, this was a publicity stunt to try to get this stinger. And so we would debate all the time. At first, I kept saying Brenda, and then it was me because, oh no, clearly it's real. And I made this, and then by the end it was Brenda again.
You find right. So even sometimes, even you think you know who the piece of shit is, you just wait an extra day, and here what we thought was a pregnant stingray ended up being a sick disease stingray, and it died. So it got everybody kind of all kind of fired up about it, and all these different opinions, and it turns out it wasn't what it was purported to be in the first place, right?
Exactly, 100%. And is that better a better representation for America right now than that? I can't think of one.
There you go. Okay, this is like another pop culture story I have, and I want to know what some people think about this. Of course, we were all talking about before the Hawk 2 girl. I think we were all kind of equally sick of maybe all the Taylor Swift stuff, right? This Kelsey, right? Hawk 2 to that, right? So, this says this is talking
already.
What's that, buddy?
Just break up already.
Well, I don't know if that's going to happen, Andrew. Let's see what the people say. So there's a new story in here. Do you have any? What is your opinion about the whole? Do you have one, Bobby, about the whole Taylor Swift Kelsey thing and being dragged all through the NFL all last season?
I hate that the NFL did what they did with it, but I love the story as from Travis Kelce's perspective. You're like, all right, the end of my fame is coming. I'm going to shoot my shot, and it works out. God love him.
Ooh, interesting that you characterize it as the end of his fame coming as a part of a motivation, maybe. That's interesting.
Just not even that, but just like, what's the most like? This is my one shot at hitting on Taylor Swift. Let me take a swing. Like almost like you're the AAA guy who's not supposed to play in baseball, and the starting shortstop gets hurt, and you get one at bat, and the bases are loaded, tied game, bottom of the ninth, and you hit a home run. Like,
yeah, and she was like, "Fuck yeah!" So apparently, he brought this up kind of in passing on his podcast that he does with his brother, right? They kind of, I would like to get with Taylor, or just talking shit, and apparently it got back to Taylor, and that's kind of how they ended up together, right?
he had a friendship bracelet ready to go. Like my man played the best level of chess he possibly could the whole time, and I love it.
The friendship bracelet. Well, this one talks about an incident because now he's been famously traveling to all her concerts. We've seen all the kind of the concert footage and the pictures all. This says a lip reader reveals what Julia Roberts said to Travis Kelce in an awkward exchange at a Taylor Swift concert. I want you to look at mostly the photos of this. We can get into some of the parsing of the words. It says a lip reader weighed in on the viral interaction between Julia Roberts and Travis Kelce at Taylor Swift's Eras tour stop in Dublin, Ireland recently on June 30th. Shout out to my friend Husey. I wonder if Husey went to see Taylor Swift. But nonetheless, it says
give a Husey award on the POS show now for the most offensive comment that we find hilarious but can't post, or we'll get taken off of YouTube in honor of Husey.
Do you? I just say fuck that guy. Nah, shout out Husey. We love Husey. He's also been a guest on BF Live a couple times. We like messing with him. What did you think about that whole portal thing that they put up in Dublin and the girls ended up shaking their tits in front of it and everything?
I thought it was hilarious. That
you knew that's what was going to happen with it, right? Yeah, she had a good set.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They did what everybody wanted to happen. I don't know
Right.
why we had to take it down. This is what it was designed for.
Exactly, and brought unity together. But it does say that Kelsey 34, he joined Julia Roberts 56 in the VIP tent at his girlfriend's concert when a fan's TikTok video caught a handsy interaction between these two. And that's what I want you to concentrate on. And let me know if you guys think that a man could ever get away with this. It says the clip of what looked like Roberts tickling and rubbing the athlete's arm as they talked, and Kelsey laughing, putting hands on the actress's arm, took the internet by storm. So look at this. Here's Julia Roberts right here in front of some dude looks like Jim Norton with a mask on or something behind him. But look, she's back there. Look at the hand. Now, first of all, would a guy get away with that? Not so sure. Let's see. It says Travis Kelce was joined by the Oscar-winning actress Julia Roberts in the VIP tent, as we kind of know. It says, according to Gonzalez, Roberts seemingly told Kelce, "I'm so unusually happy for you guys, and I don't mean to make you nervous, but it makes me so happy." Talking about their relationship, right? It says Gonzalez is a deaf artist, social media star, and competed on Netflix's Squid Games, the challenge in 2023. So look at this other picture, guys. Look at this. The arm. Now, I don't know, like I said, only in the light that I don't know why she thinks that it's okay to do this when you're at it, like his girl's up on stage, right? And you're up here pawing on her man. But there's a couple photos, and she's like, "Hey, bitch, get off my." But I must say, Bobby, as far as opinions on, do you find Taylor Swift a sexy one? Is she kind of in your wheelhouse? What do you think about that?
She's not my type necessarily. That said, she's from a small town in Pennsylvania, about 20 minutes from where I grew up.
Yeah.
So I'm a Taylor Swift stan. I'm a big fan. I stand up for her. She got to perform at the Pat Garrett Amphitheater. Comedians of the Compound got to perform there. So I like to think on some level we're the same.
You're kind of connected.
We performed on the stage and put the rest of the audience on the stage with us, so it didn't feel quite so big. And I'm sure she did the real thing, but that same level.
Well, I certainly respect her as being an artist and being a songwriter and kind of what she's done for herself. But I just don't need all this kind of drama and all. But it does give us something to talk about here. But God, I mean, do you have a problem with like Julia Roberts like in these pictures like groping on him? Do you feel that she kind of doing anything wrong in this case?
I think she, and I don't want to get in trouble legally, but I allegedly
you have an opinion. She looks hammered.
Yeah, I think she's so drunk. Like, if you look at his face, he smells that liquor on his breath. He's like, I know that smell. That's what mom smelled like growing up.
Oh shit! Now, I mean, I don't know. I'm no expert here, but I'm just a guy and I'm putting myself in Travis' situation. He had that arm position he has in is that get your arm off of me, bitch, because you're making me uncomfortable position, right, Bobby? I see you shaking your head.
Oh, absolutely. Right? If you look at his smile, it looks
like,
yeah,
he's like,
hey, we're gonna this is gonna be a problem.
Yes, you're drunk and you smell like mom, like my mom, like you said when I was growing up. Get your pole off of me. Very uncomfortable, bro. So I don't know. I'm just saying. in a world where guys get ragged on for being too sexual and too poly, seems like Julia's taking some liberties here while the girlfriend is up on the stage. I don't know. It's not a good look for Julia Roberts. Maybe she was lit. Maybe she wasn't. I don't know. But there you go. Let's check in with the chat family and see what everybody's saying about this. We got a lot of comments to catch up on. Lecture shouted out Stormy earlier. Going back to the wine, says, does the wine come in toenail and fungi flavored? I think that's probably the only flavor it comes in. I was in the park when the single firework went off at Centennial back in 96, they said. That was a crazy story back in those days, man.
Oh.
Olympics in Atlanta. We were also proud to have the Olympics in our country, right?
And now we're going to sell Andrew merch with it. Andrew, you missed out. We're going to put your picture on the back of the Atlanta Olympic jersey, and it's going to say, it's the bomb. You're the cop.
And you're right. They got this was kind of before the days where kind of the TV cameras were saturated, the surveillance cameras were saturated everywhere. And this donkey is saying Richard Jewell's life was ruined by that incident.
1,000,000%. And what's sad is I haven't seen a true documentary. Have you guys seen the movie about it?
I am not.
All he wanted to do was be a cop. He wanted to save people. Nobody would listen to him. And then because he was such a diehard about it, it made him the number one suspect.
Well, and he was just a security guard, right? He was in the area at the time, right?
Exactly. And was trying to tell the police, like, there's a bomb, something's off, or something along those lines. And because he was so into doing his job the right way, and because he had so much respect for the police, he ended up getting kind of railroaded.
Yeah, my brother-in-law always told me, watch those rent-a-cops because they want to be policed more than the police do. Like, if you go in a shopping center messing around, don't give one of them rent-a-cops a purpose because they'll be, hey, they'll try to arrest you. As to where police, or like you said, sometimes in a big city, they'll just kind of let you go by or whatever. He always warned me, he says, you got to watch those rent-a-cops. Don't ever be disrespectful to those rent-a-cops because they go a little too far with their authority. So that's the more you know.
I had a buddy who was loss prevention for Macy's. It was like the day I get on the police force, all the fun ends because now I'm under a microscope. So I can't just slam a shoplifter and knee him in the ribs a couple of times to teach him a lesson. Now I'm the law and people are going to sue me. So, yeah, you got to be very careful.
Very careful. The lecture says Donkey Kongington cheers. The Kahuna Nui says, Jib, are you kidding? This is the best time to be alive. Hawk 2. Look at that. See? He's Hawk 2. He's Team Hawk 2. He was a hero that was treated like a criminal, gone along the lines with what you said. Because he knew so much, they treated him like a suspect rather than somebody trying to help.
Exactly. And they assumed it was a bad guy, but God love him.
LOL, Stormy. I civilly disagree with the big Kahuna says cut of the jib. Cheers, Electra from Donkey Kongington. Aloha, Kahuna from Electra. Bobby Tamburro looks like a sports-focused Stevie Lou. Sports-focused or focused Stevie Lou? Maybe so. I don't know.
A little bit to it. Stevie's kind of like if you hit Stevie on the head and squash him down and do a 5-6 frame. I see there's a lot of me in there. We both did stuff with Eastside.
The lovely Blumels is saying happy birthday from Blumels divorced lawyer. Let's see, right, BF? Thanks, Obama. Something in the past. Happy 5th on the 4th. That's get your 5th and drink it on the 4th. Happy 4th, Electra from Kahuna Nui. Happy 4th to Blumels from Electra. Right back at you. Donkey Kong just says, it's okay, Jib. That's just a sign that you're getting older. LOL, Jib. Donk's facts. The Rapping Wild Bills. God's gift is good. Talking about that weed. Hoya to Electra from Space Nerd. Cut a Jib says, or just old yelling at those old whippersnappers to get the hell off my lawn with their hula hoops and their Pac-Man video games and Dan Fogelberg music. Yeah, you gotta watch those Dan Fogelberg kind of kids. And Bobby, that's what I like about you too, because I would watch a couple shows with you and Pat, and you're all about the older music, and you're into classic rock and references and stuff, right? Would you catch on there?
I was about to say I'm a Fogelberg kid.
Exactly, a Dan Fogelberg. Stronger than, longer than, all that stuff. Let's see. That's fun.
Today while the cherries blossom.
See, I know you're no joke about that. And who else is it? The
Harry Chapin's my favorite.
There you go. You got it. You pulled it for me. Fucking Harry Chapin. When I heard you talking about like your love of Harry Chapin, I'm like, this is an old head right here, man. How does one from your generation? Cause that's kind of a generation or two before. Like my older brothers and sisters were much heavier into Harry Chapin than I would have been, but I know it because of them. So how did you get into Harry Chapin?
My parents are from Ohio originally, and we were in Memphis, so it would be a 12-hour trip. And like it was a big deal when my brother and sister got a TV in the car that they could watch stuff. We didn't have anything to do, and they would just play Harry Chapin's greatest hits front to back because they're all stories. So even as
Yes.
a kid, you can listen to the story, and it's almost like by the end of the tape, you're 3 hours into the drive. And then as an adult, you go back and listen, you're like, oh my God, Taxi's the greatest song ever. You know what I mean? And you start to understand the emotion behind it. And you go, oh,
Yeah, when you're older too.
get it.
Yeah,
You
older
don't get
too.
why they yell about weed so much. Seems like Harry was a big fan himself. I don't know like why they're so sticklers, but you get the idea. And
Yeah,
then,
if they could have only got that in their lane too, along with the Harry Chapin, right?
yeah, it's almost kind of like the yin and the yang. I'm sure your parents were a little stricter on certain things that you're
Yeah.
laxer on, and vice versa. So they made the better version by being so strict about it. But
Yeah.
then you listen to that music and you're like, oh well, if he's great, what else did I miss? And you find Paul Simon, and you're like, all that hippy dippy bullshit that your grandparents would hit you if you were listening to. It's all about Frank Sinatra. He did it his way, Bobby.
Oh yeah. Don't I know? My dad was the big jazz head, so my dynamic was when we got in the car. If I was with mom, I could put the pop station on and listen to whatever the new music was. But my father, talking about the Frank Sinatra shit, whenever he was in the car, it was always back to that shit, like the Sinatra and the older shit, brother. So you're not wrong about that. So, but yeah, having 2 older brothers and sisters, I grew up with a lot of older kind of music artists that I really enjoy too, man. So I like that you're kind of down with the older stuff too.
That's awesome. And I'm the opposite. I'm the older brother, so I made sure my brother loves rap.
Oh, okay.
I was like, this is punk rock. You're gonna listen when you're angry, and this is rap. You're gonna listen like when you're feeling cool. And these are the 2 feelings that make you get pussy, unlike your older brother. And I like to say it worked out a little better for him.
That's cool, man. And I love it too because some of the music, I resented it at the time, being forced to listen to some things. But now, like you said, when you get older, you reflect on it differently, and then now you kind of appreciate that you were kind of grew up in that area, and some of that cool artists and those cool songs from back in those days.
Or you'll hear a quote in your head, and you're like, "Where the fuck did that come from?" And most of the time, it's like some Jim Croce love song. And then sometimes it's my loneliness is killing me, and you realize it's Britney Spears, and you're like,
well, dude, I think in song lyrics too, and when people say things or make certain statements in the chat, it's always very music to me. It always goes back to music, and you'll find me, I'll just break out in song if something reminds me of a couple lyrics of a song. So I love music too, man.
Hell yeah. And did you ever do disc jockeying like on the radio? Because it feels like you've got a very much radio show vibe. Like you would hear a song, you'd throw it on real quick, come back.
My experience at disc jockeying was only doing private parties, brother. My oldest sister owned a bar, and she had these shitty, terrible DJs in there. She would pay them on Friday nights, like the old heads that were playing Sinatra and shit. And she had that crowd that was kind of, changing at the time. It was becoming younger, right? And so we were like, these people are dying in here. Like, please let us come in. And so my sister let us do it, and I ended up being a private party DJ for 10 years. So that's where, if I have any mic skills or anything, that's kind of where I would have picked it up from, like doing private DJing for 10 years.
It just seems like you run a radio show. No,
thanks, man.
You've got all the soundboard, you've got the knowledge, you've built a family that's there to talk that about. You know what I mean? You know all the people in your chat. You have guys like Andrew who are superstars on other people's radio shows coming in and doing it, being big guest spots, all that good stuff.
Well, thank you. I'm glad that you noticed all the kind of little things in there, because I grew up a fan of radio, Bobby. Like, when I was younger, we would get like the little handheld radios or whatever. My mother would always just, here's a radio. Here's a radio. So radio was a big part of my life as a child before like cassettes or anything. It was always radio, radio, radio. So I grew up a fan of like Radio Stern and all of it in general. So I'm glad you can see it.
That's awesome. My dad would they would replay Paul Harvey's rest of the story by the time he got home. So he would listen on his drive home, and then he would run and be like, you guys got to listen to this. And then you'd everybody gather around.
Talk about a dude with a cadence. It's Paul Harvey, and that was
the
rest of the story. That fucking cadence, man. I'm like, come on, bro. I'm falling asleep in between your cadence. Come on.
He's like,
but an interesting.
I needed to fill 15. I only got 10.
Yes, Paul Harvey. That's right. That's another one. Syndicated. He would do like throw his little opinion things in there, and I'd find myself listening. And yeah, I'm big on the cadence and the delivery and the sounds. And to this day, and as you can hear when I do the show, bro, even when I'm out in my life, I would think a sound drop like this sound drop, or that's how I think. And also, it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it.
Well, dude, thank you so much for letting me be a part of it. It was great to meet you and Andrew as well. I know we're not wrapping up, but.
Okay, good. I was hoping you didn't want to leave, but you're welcome. If you have to leave, I understand. But no, man, I appreciate that you can kind of see the elements and all that.
Thanks, man.
I'm half resting and half getting things together to move. I'm working at a slow pace. Well, maybe you got to work at a medium pace. Maybe that'll be better. Edibles are so good. Just get the right one for what you want to do. I want to get high. Let's see. Edibles are the only way I can really get high, says our friend Space Nerd. We have a friend named Spawn checking in. I don't think I've seen your name in the chat for. Edibles are you? What are you singing, Andrew? Edibles are like my lifeline, says our friend Spawn. The Kahuna is saying a good plan to jib. Hoya Spawn from our friend Space Nerd. Donkey Kong just says, I'm about to fire this Bruce Banner number 3 X Space Cheese Space Hulk. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, these people start losing me on some of these fucking names, Bobby, when I go to the store. Can I have that fire Bruce Banner? I get lost on. I'm like, just give me the weed flavor weed, please.
I thankfully I've fostered a relationship with a definitely legal and 100% state licensed dispensary right down the road. So I walk in, I'm like, "What's good?" They're like, "You looking for sativa?" And they just give me whatever the good strain is of the day. And that's like
cool.
People. They got good shit and bad shit. But that sounds. Are you doing dabs, Donkey Kongington? That sounds like several strains combined together. That sounds really good.
Yeah, we got dabbers, we got people that are into booms and shrooms and all kind of shit, man. We don't hate, man. Whatever you bring here. As a matter of fact, I think it's time. It's like 4th of July. I got my pen right here. I don't think I'll get too Chinese from doing this. So let's have a little celebratory smoke. Oh, yeah. While Bill or Bobby, if you want to, let's do one. Happy 4th of July, everyone. Let's do it. We're doing it. We are doing it. Yeah, bro.
If I'd known in advance, Andrew, I would have sent you some gummies or something. You could have joined in.
That's it. I think Andrew send him some edibles or some gummies. Definitely.
I used to work at a camp with my buddy Brandon. I was telling you about Andrew, and he was 23 when we were all 19. So he could legally buy beer, and we could legally drive his wheelchair van. So we would sneak out of the camp every night and just send him into the store to buy the beer and be like, "We're just carrying it for him."
That is fucking awesome. Your only legal friend is he can drive.
Yeah, exactly.
So you drag him out.
We're loading up the chair for him. The cashier knows what's going on, but can't say no. What are you going to say no to this? Yeah.
That is great. That is awesome. Taking your special needs friend because he's older than you to score shit. That's fucking cool. I use hemp to take place of my oxys as my pain meds. And I think that's great, man, because you can say what everybody has said, what they wanted over the years about weed and being the gateway drug and all that stuff. But there's, man, them oxys, people go a bad way with those fucking oxys, man. Those painkillers.
We mentioned George Chigger earlier, and we used to do a bit on The Dump, the show you would watch called Painkiller Wednesday, where we would take painkillers.
I watched that. I would see that.
and
you're like, what am I taking today? I don't even know, but somebody had something, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we had a little connect that would just drop us some stuff. But Chigger came in one day and was like, "I need to talk to both of you right now. Don't you dare get fucking hooked." And we're like, "We're playing it up for air a little bit, George. It's all good."
Yeah, I was hoping so, because I was a little worried about that, because it seemed like you all were getting a little indiscriminate with like, I'm just taking this one today. What is this? I'll take that one today. But yes, I did see some of the Painkiller Wednesday episodes.
A couple of them we had real oxys, and those were the fun episodes where like nothing we said made sense. Everybody was slow. It's like when you go back and listen to Come Town and you hear that they were on coke, and you're like, "Oh, that makes sense. That's why they were all talking a million miles an hour."
Well, I like the one Christmas party. They were trying to do the compound Christmas party, and you were trying to have a kegger up there. You were pro kegger. I remember that.
I don't even remember how that came, but everybody loves a kegger, right?
Yeah.
You all chip in a few bucks, get a red Solo cup.
Yeah.
You're good to go.
I think you were talking about the whiskey because, Gino and all them, they're all whiskey and weed, and that's fine. But you were like, why don't it beer? Nobody talks about beer. Let's have a kegger. And then you were like trying to have people, I almost jumped on a train and wanted to come up and jump in the compound and have a kegger with you.
Well, maybe we'll change our destination. Andrew, can we do it in your backyard? We're going to throw the BF Live first official kegger.
Fuck yeah, man.
Oktoberfest kegger. We could sample all the Milwaukee Oktoberfest beers.
Nice. But I thought that was funny because you were like trying to actually organize it and get like a list of people who might come up for a kegger and all that stuff.
Well, so, what's your ratio? We got to make sure it doesn't end up all dudes at our kegger. We've all been to college.
Oh, that too. Yeah, don't be a sausage fest like a lot of these shows, right? That's what I say.
Of course. Back in the day in college,
Andrew's a poutine magnet.
Oh, that's what his ratio is not the problem. It's everybody else that's offsetting them. Right, Andrew? You dying on us over there, buddy? You seem like you're falling asleep.
You get it all with Andrew.
I love it, my man.
Talky Andrew, sleepy Andrew, get it all. Our friend Spawn says, I can't relate to all the not consuming THC one way or the other. Hells to the year. There you go.
I do.
Johnny A is saying happy 4th to us. I'm just a reefer addict, says Donkey.
I like that as well, my man. What we used to do in college. So I joined a fraternity, they called it. And that,
they called it.
Can't see the air quotes. It was engineers, architects, and scientists. So like by default, I was the cool one. And we did this thing called song practice where you would get drunk with a keg. Everybody would buy in. And then we had like those written sea shanties with blanks for people. So you would call on them. And if the people liked it, they didn't have to drink or they got more depending on how you were setting, you know. And so that's why the kegger, there's something about that. You could have a lot of fun, a lot of unity with it.
That's cool, man. Yeah, I thought it was funny. You kept trying to sell them on it. They weren't buying it at first. Cheers, Spawn. Happy Independence Day from Donkey Kongington. The Reverend Wild Bill says the doc gives me 70 oxys a month if needed. Holy shit. He knows I only use them if I have to. I now get 40 a month because of hemp. That's cool. So he cut down like 30 out of your system, man. Almost half. That's pretty good, bro. That's good. I don't think weed's nowhere near addicting than that shit. Those oxys, from what I can tell.
We joked I went to the beach for a week and didn't need to smoke except for like 2 days. It's amazing how like your environment and what you're thinking about changes your need to smoke. Like if your routine is you wake up first thing in the morning and you smoke, then it's the routine you get addicted
It's the routine,
to, not the weed. Yeah.
Yep, it's the fucking routine. You're absolutely right, bro. Because I took a long weekend just this past week. I missed the Monday show, and I found that I wasn't doing it because wasn't in my routine. I think I smoked one time like Saturday, and I didn't smoke till I got back like Monday or something like that. Yeah. But yeah. So. A lot of it's habit and routine that we build up. Andrew brought us all together in a way, Stormy says. Without Andrew, a lot of us would have never met. And that's true because Andrew is like the starting point for us, Bobby, because I told you Shuley picked him up as the sports guy. We were all fans of Shuley and Andrew. We figured out that Andrew had this great love of sports, and we shared that. And that's how me and Andrew started doing Sports Heads. And we did that for like 2 years or more. But I had to like put it on hiatus recently because I'm doing this like 5 days a week. And I do Replayables 2 days a week. And I do like the Shawnee Zone on the fucking Shuley Network. Look, Scott's got the old the koozie there. So yeah, so I'm a bit busy right now. But yeah, Stormy's right. And the reason we're all here right now is due to this guy right below you, Andrew. He's the man.
I know we just met Andrew, but I feel like we're going to be lifelong friends, buddy. And it makes perfect sense that we're throwing the kegger at your house.
He's ready for it. Kegers and bitches, right, Andrew?
I'm trying to realize when I realized I was that dude, maybe when I started getting recognized by more people.
Look at this. Scott drew this early on, like an early pencil drawing of Andrew. Scott is definitely like the biggest Andrew like aficionado and fan, Bobby.
Oh, this is gonna be awesome.
He loves everything about him and his pregnant pauses and everything. Like Scott will just sit here and just start cackling, like laughing in the air at Andrew's like pregnant pauses, and he'll just get us all giggling. So
when did you guys realize I was the dude?
All right, this is Lather Andrew's ass day time in the show.
Happy 4th of July, where we all jerk off Andrew. I love it.
Well, I just lathered your ass, and Stormy did too by letting you know that you are our purpose, Andrew. You're the kind of the unity. You brought us all together here, so I lather your ass that way. Hey, Scott, when did you know that Andrew was the fucking man?
Well, I don't know.
Could it be when you slept with him? Like, and that's another thing. Go ahead,
yeah, his head's about to get too big for this box he's in.
Too late.
2 boxes.
Yeah, no shit. But Scott has actually done 2 sleep streams with Andrew where 24/7, bro, or not 24/7, but 24 hours. They have both laid on camera and just laid up all night on the stream and just talked all night and basically slept together.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
So that's how much love Scott has for Andrew, that they've done that twice now. Hoya, the Space Nerd. Good to see you from Electra. Cut a Jib says, Donks, maybe up your alley. I got another concert ticket with a VIP pass. I'm going to see Buckethead in September. Awesome, man. Space Nerd says, so much better for you, Rev. Save the other end. Spawn getting the love from Kahuna. Spawn says, chew them up, smoke more on top of that, and wash, rinse, and repeat. Spawn is all about it. Smoke them if you got them. Eat them if you got them. Kuna getting the love from Spawn. Andrew's getting the shout out, the laugh from Space Nerd. Johnny A is saying, Bucket never disappoints. Talking about Buckethead. Yeah, Bucket is the man. Big Boss says, nice jib. You should try to get some Popeyes with him beforehand. I thought it was KFC, that Bucket. I thought he used to rock the Colonel Sanders bucket. Would he change brands? Did he do like a Joey Chestnut on us? I don't know. What is it, my chiggas? What up, Donkey Content? The woman's champ, 51 hot dogs. The men's champ, 58 hot dogs. Miko, talking about the champion's name. LOL, I'm sure there will be some sort of fried chicken there. Justin's got the hot dogs. Seen him 2 times before. Now we're hungry. We always get to that part in BF Live. We're talking. Now I want fried chicken. Everybody's got the munchies now. I hope you enjoyed something today. Complete with robot dancing, nunchucks, and passing out toys. Does Brian travel with him, Johnny? Any gal that can eat hot dogs that fast, just saying, she might be the new hot. Did she hawk two on the hot dogs? That's the question, Bobby, I think. Did this champion
so fast
hawk two on the hot dog to eat them so fast? Maybe. It's definitely is another version of wrestling. Yeah, the hot dog eating contest. Did anyone watch Clownvis, first annual July 3rd? No, I didn't watch that.
No, but now that you've told me about it, I'm gonna find it on YouTube. Thank you, Donkey.
Gonna have to. One time with the brain he was doing back in tracks. Okay, he's got their hot dogs, armor hot dogs, singing songs now. All right. Well, let's see. So, Bobby, you gonna be? Are you a big grill guy? You like cooking out on the grill when you get a chance, man?
I do. I enjoy either a good steak. This time of year, obviously, I do hot dogs and burgers. It's hard to beat that. So I'm looking forward to doing that later and pigging out a little bit.
Same, man. I love cooking on a grill. I cook on a grill 24/7. Or 365, I should say, every day of the year. I don't care if it's snowing, even if it's raining a little bit and I can manage it. I don't care. I love it. I'm down with it.
I just wish, like you said, you're able to do it year round. I wish other people had that mindset. We pull ours in during the winter. Otherwise, I'd be right there with you. It's hot enough. The snow's not going to hurt it.
I'm a charcoal guy, so let's do that.
Propane and propane accessories.
Damn it, Bobby. Propane and I specialize in propane accessories, boy. Let's see. My hot dog is hot. It's 80 degrees here. There's Chris Abels checking. I finally got to him. My bro Chris Abels checking in. That is the host of Replayables. Who is that?
Chris fucking Abels?
The one and only. He says, Andrew, Bobby T, Scotty, BF, Chat, What Up, and Hey Jib and Spurg. The right Bill says, I wish I was, we're going to sing that whole thing? The girls will be in love with me. Let's see. Chris Abels, Hoya from Space Nerd getting the love from Chris Abels. What are you and homie doing tonight? It is Thursday night. I don't know if you're going to be doing something. A lot of times, Chris and his wife will, on Thursday nights, they'll do Killing with the Abels. They love true crime shit. You down done any true crime stuff?
I do enjoy some good true crime. Maybe I'll check out their pod tonight. That seems like it would be a hot topic. I'd be interested to see Chris's take on a lot of it.
Yeah,
they have different experts where they're like, this is the gunshot expert, this is the stab expert. He's like, this is the redneck perspective expert.
Yes, he always finds. Yes, Liz is always kind of like being serious and trying to find the angle, and Chris is like, well, what about this? And he might go off on a little tangent. So that is part of the fun. They're like a great couple. On Thursday nights on 100 Proof Podcasting channel, they get together and talk true crime.
I'll have to check that out. That sounds awesome.
LOL, Gia from Boss. Johnny A says he did a small tour with the singers B-52s in Claypool. Talking about Les Claypool. That's a unique guy. Hoya Rev Wild Bill. All right, let's see. We'll try to catch up here. Old AWA wrestling. Hell yeah, Bobby T from Chris Abel. There you go. That's it. I know you guys probably saw this earlier. He's saying, let's do it. We're going to have you on Replayables for sure, bro.
You just let me know.
This is one of Reverend Wild Bill's many references and memories. He says, I did security for Ted Turner's WCW event at the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. Now, that's a mix of some shit right there, bro.
That had to be an incredible crowd.
That's what I'm saying. He got one story, I guess it says, did you meet him? Before it was sold to WWE. That was the fun time. Absolutely.
That was Texas my favorite era.
It was. I love that stuff. Yeah, before they sold out and all, the WCW and all that. That was the height of it. Height of the competition and all that shit. That was the shit. Texas Championship and FI Feds watch Bruiser Brody do a shoot fight. Holy shit. Bruiser Brody, that's going way back. Space Nerd. I met Bobby T at Compound. Such a great guy, Chris Abel said. He met you.
Thank you, Chris. You're the man. We already talked about that, though.
Hey, Chris, you need to talk to the producer. He was cheating in his online game and glitched through a wall. Very disrespectful. That's our boy Shawnee, who he produces replayables on Wednesdays and Fridays. Smash that like Johnny A says, everybody. Mad Dog. Oh, we're going Mad Dog 2020. Come on, man. I never messed with that, but I knew people that did. Mad Dog, like a poor man's, I don't know, alcohol or something. Let's see.
Oh, you don't know Mad Dog 2020?
I never fucked with it, but I know people that did. I knew enough to stay away from it, Bobby. I'm like, I don't like the people that do it or what I see that comes off the people that do it.
A couple of what I hear were great nights in college came from some Mad Dog 2020. I can't recall them, but I heard they were fun.
Yeah, I heard that was a way to go. Let's see. Go, Scott.
I fell off the back of a pickup truck drinking that. I fell off the back of a pickup truck drinking that once.
See, that's that. And right, and because Bobby can't remember, and Scott has that story. Go ahead.
They took off, and I wasn't ready for it, and I just kind of fell off the truck.
That's the kind of Mad Dog 2020 stories I would always hear, like stories like that, or stories like I didn't remember drinking it, and so, like I said, having two older brothers and sisters. By the time I'm like, I know enough of like what not to do in life, and that was one of the things I avoided doing.
You don't want to puke the rainbow.
Puke the rainbow, right?
No,
taste the rainbow. Scott was feeling that when he's like, nah, you don't want to puke the rainbow.
Yeah, I remember that.
Greet Bobby T. Hi, Electra from Johnny A. Chris Abel's Hoya from the Red Mob Bill. It's arthritis. Or arthritis. What's up, arthritis? Electra, who happened at 420? Who happened or what happened at 420? Hoya Electra, awesome lunchbox yesterday. That's right. You can catch that on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays right after this show. Andrew is fighting the urge to pick his nose. See, that's what Scott loves doing. Scott is Andrew File. He loves watching his picking his noses and all his. Look, see, don't do it on purpose. What are you doing on purpose?
Study. The more you talk about it, he's one of the people. The more you talk about it, he
can't help it.
Makes it harder for him to. He gets the urge. Yeah.
No, he's one of those people. If we say Andrew's trying not to pick his nose, he's going to pick his nose.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's him.
Scotty Fitzpatrick, no filter. Will he do it? I think we're about to see it. Thank you, Stream Elements from Chris Abels. Abel's feeling better, man. Yeah, our boy Abel's been down on his a little sick the last couple of days. He will. That's two separate stories. Dream Man's jumping in and saying, "Good morning, guys." Well, hey, Dream Man. Bones up and 666 PCL family. How you doing? You liked both streams, says Johnny A. Chris Abel says, absolutely, Brian Kowalczyk. Thank you, brother. And Hoya, happy 4th of July. Stream on spots are running. Bones up, Dream Man from Chris Abels. I was a big Howard fan most of my life, says Space Chief 75, as me and Scott were, and Bobby Nick. Abel, 666, and Bones up from Dream Man. The Reverend Wild Bill says, I'll try it again. LOL, Chris Abels. Hoya. Space Chief getting the love from Chris Abels. Abel's getting the love from Space Chief right back. Sorry, Reverend Wild Bill. Hoya, brother. Johnny A says, Aunt's funny as fuck, yet Howard would get Jesus twink to Yucko and Wendy and all that stuff. Yeah. Well, I think Howard definitely seemed more threatened by Opie and Anthony than a lot of the ones that came before him, I think. They did seem like more formidable competition.
They kept each other in check, which is what I like. In order, like they say, the Cold War was the safest time in world history because there were two people going back and forth. They brought the best out of each other, and that's what I like about both of them. I got introduced to O&A first. That's why I'm a fan. You guys probably got introduced to Stern first. That's why you're a Stern guy. And then at the end of the day, if you went back and listened to old O&A clips, you'd be laughing as hard as I would if I went back and anytime I watch a Beetlejuice clip.
Yeah, and Howard would go after, he would say these clones like Mark and Brian. Like, I think he had a legitimate argument when he would say people were taking my formula and doing it in other markets. And I think kind of Mark and Brian more fit that bill than Opie and Anthony. Like, Opie and Anthony at least had their own kind of original angle or way of doing it.
And I just like the competition because it made them both great. I think that's the fun part. Like when the fans would fight with each other, when Stern was doing his big move and the O&A fans tried to invade and then vice versa, like that made it so much fun.
Yeah, and then like Howard would do the funerals when he would go into town and get number one, and he would Philly. He did the guy in Philly, and also it was highly competitive. It was crazy in those days.
Fun times.
Chris Abels, about time. Thought you blocked me because I didn't make it to replayables last night. Bill's always thinking somebody's blocking him. Nobody blocking you, my friend. I fell asleep 6 p.m. last night. Never Renoir Bill. I'm not Blocky Fran. Hey, I am not Blocky Fran. We got great chat family. You kind of knows we got great content creators. My buddy Shyt made this sound clip for me.
Bobby Fran is the most talented blocker I've ever met.
Blocky Hudson.
Blocky Hudson. Hey, thanks for talking over that, Andrew. I appreciate that. Let me see. Prostitutes get paid. Isn't that work? Basically, they called the oldest industry for a reason. You fell too. Oh shit! You fell asleep and fell. Hope you're all right. All hail Blocky Fran, Buffalo Bobby Fran. Let's see. Stormy Hoya from Chris Abels. Stormy says, I seen you smile at my comment, Andrew. LOL. You smiling at Stormy's comments?
That was a while ago.
Wow, I'm like an hour behind in the freaking chat. That's unbelievable. You guys are awesome. I normally do a better job of keeping up this, but everybody's having fun. Let me see. I'll probably just go to the end of it, see what everybody's saying. Maybe I should do that. Holy moly. Damn, y'all. I am not, bro. I kind of take a lot of pride in like reading most of the chats or every chat, but I can't do it today, man. Everybody's having so much fun. You guys got hundreds of chats in here. Right, Scott? Scott usually gets a kick out of. You saw how I opened up the show, and Scott would get in there in the chat and say, "Come on, guys, let's see if we can make BF read for like the whole show or something like that." So
it's a great promotion.
I don't have to do that anymore, though.
You don't have to do that anymore for sure, buddy. You don't. Well, why don't we do this? What can we do? It's like man, it's almost 3 o'clock. You talk about time flies when you're having fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Hell yeah,
Battleship.
Exactly what he said. But I hope everybody's having a happy 4th of July today. We're going to pull this train into the station. Sure, I want to thank Bobby Tamburro for joining. I'm so glad that you got to join me today, man.
Thank you for having me. This has been, like I said, truly a privilege. I look forward to doing replayables. I look forward to doing this again. I look forward to the big kegger I'm throwing at Andrew's house in October. Andrew, just picture this. You on the flyer, and we go, we need adult film stars to help this young man. Tell me we wouldn't have a house full of just naked bitches for you.
Bam. We've told him to try to do the kind of Make-A-Wish angle before. That's probably his best angle, you know.
What do you think? Have you ever seen Legit? The TV show?
No.
Oh, you should look up Legit. First couple episodes right up your alley, my man.
Awesome.
Jim Jeffries takes his friend with a similar condition to a bunny house in Las Vegas.
Oh, that's cool. That's what they did for Eric the actor back in the day on the Stern Show. If you're familiar with that, took him to the bunny ranch.
Same idea. So there you go, Andrew. We got a potential. But thank you so much, Bobby, BF family, everybody in the chat.
Awesome, man. Yeah, man. You're welcome to stop in every time. I'll have you make me a regular. Stop in every now and then, and we'll kind of catch up with you and see what's up. Let's see. I'm going right to the bottom. It says, look me up, Bobby T, when you're in the ATL.
For sure. You'll be my first call.
Let's see. Done that. Let's see what. Hi, Psych from the Red Wild Bill. Jaeger has that licorice taste to it. I'm not a Jaeger guy. Jaeger?
Only if with Red Bull.
Really? Okay, I've heard of that. That's a thing. Yeah.
You don't want to sleep. That's a good combination because you're going to get drunk and you're not going down.
I've heard of those. Look, Space Nerds into it. Kager and Andrews, they're down with it, Bobby. They like the idea.
There you go, Andrew. It's already starting.
Let's
do it. Our great friend Space Nerd, great friend.
I live in a group home though, so.
All right, well then we've got half the party already established, don't we?
See, he's not deterred by that. He's like, that's a party. That's not a problem. What you saw as a problem, Bobby sees as a party.
Opportunity.
The Space Nerd said it was great to meet you, Bobby T.
You're the man.
Let's see. She's actually the woman. I'll let you in on that. Let's see. Lecturer.
I don't like to assume.
Mr. Taskmaster, happy 4th, everyone. Just let me know on the Discord. Psych is getting the love from Electra. Psych is getting the love from Blummel's divorce lawyer. Wild Bill and Blummel's. Let's see. Told me you not like the taste. I'm never going to get to all of these, y'all, but I appreciate everybody here that's having fun. Please like, share, and subscribe BF Live if you haven't already. Today's Thursday, but it's already got that weekend vibe. It's a Thursday, but I'm always feel like that Saturday's coming and I ain't got nothing to do tomorrow. So what are you down with the rest of the week there, Bobby?
This week I got nothing much going on. The big show I've got is August 8th, 9th, and 10th at the Mohegan Sun Comics for Pat's album taping. If you really want to see me and you're dying before then, I'm at the Bijou Theater in Connecticut the 20th of July, I believe.
That's cool. So the Mohegan Sun, that's the casino up there, right?
Yeah, it'll be a fun time. Both those shows will be great. The one in the theaters, Earl David Reed, it's his hometown, so it's basically a high school reunion, which is always cool for him.
That's awesome. Well, we are kind of at that point in the show, so let everybody know about like the Pat Oates show and maybe the Davey Max show, because the people were like digging you and getting into you here. So let them know where they can find you.
Thanks so much. Davey Max Universe, that's all over at eastsidedavecountry.com. You can find his YouTube and everything there. The POS show we do, like I said, 3:30 Eastern time, pretty much Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. That's over on Pat Oates' YouTube channel, the POS podcast. So check it out. They're both a lot of fun. And we're kind of taking after you a little bit, Bobby, where we've gotten into reading the chat a little bit more. We see Scott in there saying, flick the bean, you fucking cowards, every episode. It always makes me chuckle. So come on, say hi. We'll definitely address you guys.
Yeah, that's cool, and I'm glad that you're kind of into the chat like that. Some people say maybe I read too much of the chat or I try to do a whole show about chat, but I love the chat, and I don't know how you might know this or not, but that's kind of what Scott and I have in common. That's kind of how we kind of got a little notice in this, is we were going to like Shuli's show chat, and I would chat, and Shuli would be cool enough to put them up on the screen. And we would kind of have this whole back and forth and all. And then Scott, that's kind of how we all met. Because Scott, you did the same thing, right, brother?
Yep, same thing, and the same thing with the POS show. I'd be there more often if I wasn't on other shows myself, but that's how I got to know Bobby Tamburro and became a Bobby Tamburro fan, was making comments over there on POS.
Don't you gotta love in there when Scott comes in there and he just got to ask Shuli and Bob and all them. I mean, Shuli, the famous gay monkey questioning that he always likes to ask.
You have your own question left. That's amazing.
Yeah, he does. And you can go, Scott's link is running in my chat right now, and you can go to even Scott's page, and he has like a whole collection of them, because he's gotten Pat, he's gotten Shuli. Tell everybody who you've gotten while I look for one of yours.
Is it, well, real quick before I say the gay monkey one, everybody on the gay monkey, I just put a video out today called Comment Hijinks, and the lead video on a clip on it is one with Pat Oates and Bobby Tamburro.
Thank you.
And then back to the gay monkey, though, I've asked everybody here, and Bob Levy, Shirley, Zen, Ray DeVito, Andrew, Bobby Nick, you name it, I've asked them. I gotta come up with another question, I think.
Okay, but have you ever had a chance to ask Bobby? I know you've kind of asked them both, but have you ever gotten to pin Bobby down on it?
Yeah, he's on. He's on Gay Monkey Part 2, I believe.
Okay,
yeah, he's on Gay Monkey Part 2.
Well, Scotto has all those on his YouTube page, and you can see those too. But like, I'm proud of this one because this was just at the Joey Catalano TV 1 year kind of anniversary broadcast. What's it? Shuli jumped in, Bob Levy jumped in, like all the big ones were there. Yeah. And so this is what Scott did. He finally got to do it
I've asked all the great podcasters. I've already asked Bob. I don't know if he'll remember when he's on Jake.
Once,
but Shuli.
For gas money. Once for gas money. Go ahead. Next question.
Well you're close. Shuli.
Yeah.
Shuli, if you had a gay monkey on your back, would you leave it there or would you beat it off?
Oh, wow. Give me some, I need some scratch paper. Give me a sec.
Pros and cons.
I think I remember what I said. I would take him off my shoulder, put him on the floor, and jerk him off till he fell asleep.
That is the right answer. That's the right answer.
What a unique answer. That's a man with a plan. I don't know. I guess. I mean, when are you going to get a chance to beat off a monkey? You got to take that opportunity.
That was my answer.
A gay one at that.
I mean, it goes without
saying.
saying.
The story to tell.
The monkey was watching Spicoli, so that's one reason why he's a gay monkey.
There you go. It all comes back to Spicoli.
Spicoli, son of a bitch.
Is John? Did you send John the link?
And there you go. So Scott got it. He gets it in with everybody. So we have a lot. We like having a lot of fun here. So that was good shit here, Scott. Huh?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna have to come up with a new question though. It's hard to follow that up.
That is. It's kind of a good one that you kind of went out there. Kev Spirit is checking in from Andrew's channel and says, "I'm in the UK. What's jerking off the monkey?" What's the I think you kind
go
of
to my channel and there's 6 parts.
That's right. If you had a gay monkey on your back, would you leave it there or beat it off? That's what it is.
Yeah.
So there you go. All right. I'm a steel toe fan. LOL. There's a LOL behind that, so I don't know if I can believe that 100%. Let's see. Vin is checking in saying, good evening from the UK and happy 4th of July. Well, thanks for wishing us Americans, us Yanks, a 4th of July. We appreciate that. And I love and appreciate that there are people from the UK and all over the world checking out BF Live right now. So please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And check us out every day here at Monday through Friday, 12 noon East to 3-ish like we're doing now. William Walsh says, too many Bobbies on the panel. LOL. That is a problem. It can be a problem. Chalino says, BF, you should only read super chats. So there you go. He's like pro super chat, saying I should read all the super chats and only the super chats. Andrew, you and Queenie getting along? Are you and Queenie getting along? What? Oh boy. Well, he's checking in from your channel and he says, you're the shit, Andrew. And that's right. This Saturday is Replayables. Yeah, I don't know who's on the schedule and all, but I don't know, Bobby. Maybe if you're around this Saturday, maybe we can put it together that quick, or we'll have to get together and see what day works best for everybody.
We'll figure it all out for everybody.
We'll figure it all out. BF Live, thank you. No, thank you to the lovely Space Nerd checking in from the Pacific Northwest. Donks, getting the love from Psych. Maybe I will see you. Oh, look at Scott. He busted live. Scott loves doing that. Got the live one. There you go. Thanks, Space Nerd. You too. Those times. BF knows how to get a hold of you. I do. I have your messenger and all. Enjoy your holiday, chat family from Space Nerd.
Holy crap.
All right, Andrew. Well, thanks for joining me today,
Thanks,
buddy.
Andrew.
I mean, you're off your program today and off your rocker as well. But tell everybody where they can find you after today, buddy.
Off Monday too.
Okay, well, we'll see what's up, buddy. Let's get through this day first.
Follow me on my solo channel. Those of you on BF5.
Andrew the Giant 96.
Andrew the Giant 96.
Mm-hmm. Oh, don't be hanging on. Come on, Andrew.
TikTok and Instagram. I have a link tree. I think it's told me if you're in the chat.
Thank you.
Post my link tree.
Andrew producing and directing his whole life and doing his plugs. I don't know if we got time for all that, Andrew, but just suffice to say that you can see Andrew the Giant on Andrew the Giant 96 channel, which a lot of you are watching on because he's co-streaming right now. He also has a show called No Filter with Andrew and Friends, and that happens Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. You can see him on there, right, Andrew? Anything else, brother?
Guess what today is? It's Thursday, so no filter day today.
It's a no filter date, but I understand the time might be pending because you might be out seeing fireworks, right?
We might start early.
Might start early, might start late, but go to No Filter with Andrew and Friends and turn those notifications on, and you'll find out when our boy sneaks on air. Thanks for joining us today, Andrew. How about my boy, my friend? I was going to say my boy and my friend, Scott Fitzpatrick. What's up, brother? Give us some plugs.
Yeah.
Where you going to be?
Yeah, like Andrew was saying, tonight No Filter, and Saturday be No Filter. Also, tonight I'll be on Jason Bardo X's channel, Bored to Death, which we do
every night, making friends
7 days a week.
Pretty much 7 days a week, and now you're different. The feed comes out at night. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's where you see a different Scott. Yeah, you see a different Scott at night times a lot.
Well, yeah, I guess I was trying to get around to telling you, like, go ahead.
The guitar, real quick. The Guitar Guys on Sunday on the Cut of the Jib channel, and I believe that's it. That's good.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have talked through your plugs, but you had interesting stuff coming up.
It's okay. It's okay.
The middle of your plugs, so that was rude of me. And then one more time, Bobby, you kind of did yours, but one more time, POS show. Like, tell us the new times now, because I thought it was on like every morning.
So we're 3:30 now, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. So head over to Pat's channel, check it out. It's a lot of fun.
Awesome, man. Well, I appreciate it. I'm so glad that we finally got to hook up with our friend, Bobby Tamburro. Come back anytime you want to, man. We'll have to have you check in with us once a month. Let us know what you're up to, bro. But it was nice meeting you and finally hooking up with you here on my show.
Thanks for having me. This was awesome.
Absolutely. Thank you, man.
Finally get to watch POS because I couldn't because it was in the morning. Because of the time change, I might be able to watch them.
Well,
There
check
you
it out,
go.
man. I think you'd have a lot of fun.
Awesome. Well, this is good. Well, I hope everybody enjoys whatever you do, whether you stay home and chill or if you go out and doing the fireworks. I hope you're safe and take care of yourself no matter what you do. So for my friends, Andrew the Giant, Scott Fitzpatrick, and our great guest today, Bobby Tamburro, I'm BF saying peace and love, and I'll see you the next time I see you, which is tomorrow, 12 o'clock East, right here on my channel on YouTube, BF Live. Have a great rest of your Thursday and have a great 4th of July because we are out of here, folks. See ya. Have a great one.